Vast ahoy and good day once again to ye mateys. I be your shaken but not stirred DM Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more pleasure than engaging in coitus in a damaged luxury submersible to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove and my Humblewood world for some more midnight and madness. With me, I have me hearty crew. I'm sorry, that last hand nearly killed me. It's Rachel Fuka. I think he got the point. It's Mr. Jack O'Brien. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. It's Roro and Skewered. One sympathizes. It's tonight's special guest, Karen Schlink. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we?
Sorry, but before we do that, which Bond movie has the submarine sex in it? Because I feel like I need to know now.
No. I'm trying to remember. It's not Octopussy. I don't think it's Octopussy.
It was a damaged submersible.
It's the spy who loved me. The spy who loved me.
Yes, it is.
It
Yes.
should have been Octopussy.
It should have.
It should have been Octopussy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an escape sub.
Octopussy would never.
It's like an escape submersible. And yeah, the lady at the end, and Q's like knocking on the door and opens it. 007. And then they close it back up again. And it was like for some reason the entire MI6 has gone to save Bond, and they're like, oh no, let's close that up and let him be. He's very busy.
I do remember that. Yeah. I think I was.
Very silly movie. Yes, all right. Well, let's talk about these wonderful beans, shall we? Rachel, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fuka. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fuka, and you can find my book that I wrote. Not The Rings of Mars, although yes, Hybridize. The new one, Hybridize. It's here on the internet. It's a murder mystery on the moon, cyberpunk. There's body modification. It's got all kinds of sci-fi. It's like a sci-fi Mad Libs, but good, I hope. Check it out.
That's
it is good.
What?
But
Good.
the old one has a new cover on it as well, which I think is way better.
I did update.
Because Rach updated it because self-publishing is just, she's better than her publisher, clearly.
It is funny that you say you like the new cover better, because the old cover was one that they paid a professional to do, and the new one was me on Canva. So
I love it. Nah, you fucking nailed it. It's way better.
See how that works.
Look, this is why you should never pay professionals. Alrighty. Wait, hang on.
That's not my message.
Hold on.
No.
Jack, who the heck are you, man?
So you should pay shit professionals.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Trady. You may go now. Okay. Yes, hello, everybody. My name is Jack. You can find me on all the social media garbage at Jack Squarepeg and on Twitch, where this coming Thursday will be our second stream ever where we are sponsored by the Big C Chaosium, who are organizing some giveaways right now. So if you want to win a Call of Cthulhu starter set, all you need to do is head over to the latest video on youtube.com/@JackSquarepeg and look at that video there, interact with it, and you go into the draw to win a Call of Cthulhu starter set where there is a whole bunch of great adventures and probably my favorite thing that Chaosium does, the solo quest. They've started releasing solo games, which are really, really fun. So basically, it's not just something that you can run. You can get to know the game by actually playing it yourself and see if it's something for you. And it's choose your own adventure, but with dice. It's really, really fun. So check all those things out. And yeah.
I want that. Yeah, that sounds very fun.
Well, you know what to do if you want it.
I know. I need to do all these things. Karen, seeing as you're next along the top of the screen, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Karen, sometimes known as the mother of bunnies. I'm a performer, a writer, an internet addict. You can find me here usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays I play Baldur's Gate and see how many problems can be solved by exploding barrels of smoke powder. And on Thursday night, we will be doing the final part of our little mini quest in Espinora, where I will also be seeing how many things I can blow up with fireworks.
There's no plan. Don't worry about it.
I'm not addicted to blowing things up, I swear. Please don't swab me at the airport.
No. As long as you go to the airport with me, you're fine.
Oh, yeah. They'll always go for
get
Josh.
swabbed. Or your sister, apparently, because Carissa
Yeah, apparently
also
my
always
sister
gets swabbed.
always gets swabbed.
She's the whitest of white girls, so you can't be accused of racism if you then swab a bunch of other people. Ro, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Roro. I'm a Bulu, a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. And you can catch me here, as you are doing right now on Monday nights. I am also over on Jack Squarepeg's channel, which is a good reason to go on YouTube and check out that video that
That's
you could
true.
like.
It features the very same Roro. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like fun. Two good reasons to go there.
And and you can also follow me on Instagram at Cradventures to see my photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears and my mental travel adventures, like this photo right here. I took this one.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that was in
I thought it was just left over from Trouble Over Yonder.
In fact, use it for Trouble Over Yonder.
I have used it for trouble. Yeah. It's my photo.
It's lovely.
So, the latest adventure with the Kimberly and upcoming projects, the next of which will be God of Carnage at Melbourne Theatre in late September.
Oh.
Are you the God of Carnage? Is it blood for the Row Throne?
There is blood. There's certainly I get to make some great calls.
Oh, splendid. And Mesdames et Messieurs,
murdering
Damen
hamsters.
und Herren and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends like these wonderful bastards. But you know that. You've already joined me here. So yeah, good on you, champions. We also need to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we are streaming from, which in my case is the Wajak Noongar and the Wurundjeri. I think it's Wurundjeri. We pay our respects to the elders of the land we live on. We are privileged to be in a country with over 60,000 years of continuous culture, which includes a rich history of sharing stories like the ones we're sharing now. I'd also like to remind you all to please like, follow, and subscribe, you all, you bloody champions. We have the ! Socials. We have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there. Ask us any questions that you may have nagging at your minds. And we also have a YouTube if you want to come and check those ones out. No presents if you do that, though. You just get to enjoy watching our faces again. I am not so fortunate as to be sponsored by the wonderful Chaosium. G'day, Samboy. How you going, mate? Shanahouse, lovely to see you as well.
Yeah.
Bishop Blood.
Apply to Wizards of Coast and see how far you get.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah.
Fucking-
Hey.
Not even a comment on you.
Yeah.
Hello, mega corporation.
Not even a comment on you.
I've already
Chaosium
said
is like
something
this
about-
big
Yeah.
compared to D&D.
I
It's not even a
said the
competition.
phrase, I'm Hasbro and I'm a dickhead, like 2 weeks ago. I don't think...
it's not happening. No. It wouldn't happen even if you licked their balls. It's not going to happen.
I don't think I was planning on doing that one
Oh,
anyway.
shit.
But yeah, yes. Karen, could you
Josh
please...
hasn't got enough practice doing that. He wouldn't do a very good job.
I can't reach. My tongue's not long enough. So...
Get a good suction on there.
Wow, this escalated quickly.
Yeah. Karen, could you tell me about the Ukrainian people, please?
Yeah, let's segue right into that. Oh my god.
I'll keep my mouth shut for this part.
Bowels. Balls? Bowls.
You shut up. You may have heard about the situation in Ukraine the last couple of years. Suffice to say, it's not great. So if you are in a position to make a small donation to the Emergency Action Appeal, you can follow the link in chat and do so. The money goes to a range of charities and not-for-profits that are supporting Ukrainian refugees. Every little helps if you can. Great. Thank you.
Good on you, champions. And some other champions just dropped in and raided us. Rollstream, thank you very much for the raid, you excellent individuals. Let's have a little shouty-outy for Rollstream. What have you guys been doing this evening? They were playing a bit of D&D. Well, how Convenient, because it's about what we're about to do. We are about to play some Humblewood. Humblestrad, in fact. We're doing Curse of Strahd, cross Humblewood. Very cross right now. Smoothie is particularly furious. He is in the Humblewood with Kesh Glitterweave. Trish, Ireena, and Selenox are all in Burrowvia. Trish and Ireena are in 2 different places, which is fine for now, but give it half an hour. We're going to see exactly how that goes for everybody. Look, I'll do the recap because it's very, very convoluted. But the last time we saw Trish and Selenox, they were hanging out at the Wizard of Wine's winery. They dealt with some twig blights. They recovered one of the magic stones that keeps the winery working. And the Martikovs are very grateful to them. They did not, however, find any bits of Strahd lore that they were looking for in an old wine barrel. Unfortunately, there are plenty of old wine barrels at the Wizard of Wine's winery, but none of them contain anything fancy or special. Selenox did, however, find a cursed stick that she's now not... It's officially technically not cursed, and therefore not technically a problem. But it's not a very nice stick. She has, however, attuned to it, so now she can, like, smack people and get healthier again. She has a rod of healing, but it's not a nice one. Whereas Ireena and Esmeralda and Van Richten were on their way back from Valakai, heading out to Kresk, and they pulled over on the side of the road. Bit of a thing. And we're almost 15% of the way there. Exactly. They pulled over on the side of the road, and some zombies attacked them in the middle of the night. Not a big problem, because Esmeralda's pet cannon is a flamethrower and likes living on top of her cart, so she has a sort of turret situation. So they set a bunch of the zombies on fire. Van Richten smacked them around a bit, and Ireena made them blind. So all up, I don't think very much damage was incurred at all. And then they saw a familiar face standing off in the distance, just sort of nodded to them politely and fucked off. And they were like, look, I don't think I'm going to sleep again tonight, let's keep going. So Ireena took the wheel, and they continued on into the night. Smoothie and Kesh, on the other hand, have just made an uber weapon with the help of Gabby, the pet artificer of the Humblewood tenders. Kesh and Smoothie just made a sunsicle, I think we called it, but it's kind of, it's more of a life sickle, because it is very much a life blade. Kesh has basically decided that she's going to help Smoothie as absolutely much as she absolutely can, before sending the poor bastard back to Burrowvia. That's where we all are.
It's like, you've decided you're going back to the terrible place, so I could at least give you stuff.
I'm going to send you back with several lovely steaks and a fucking dope sword. So
you're getting such a big bag of food, man.
Love that.
Mateys. May nighttime zombie attacks be fruitless and easily dispatched, and all the magic staffs you attune to be uncursed and lovely, as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting anxiety and dread, into the Humblewood. Because we are first of all going back to Kesh and Smoothie. Kesh, you have set your mind to helping Smoothie in any way you can. So, to do so, you drag him out of Gabby's workshop, having just created a dope magic item for him, and down the hall, 2 turns past Bob, the newly widowed tender guy, and into the office of Havel, who you had asked for a meeting with just before. Oh, hey, Kesh. Good to see ya.
Hello, Havel. How's it going?
Yeah, some stuff, but good. Yeah, generally good. There's the marshes out near Winnowing Reach are drying up, and that's a whole thing. But I've sent word to the Avium. They've got some wizards on it.
Suboptimal.
Oh, it might be. We'll see. Who's your friend?
Okay. This is Smoothie. This is Havel.
Hi.
Havel, I was wondering if you would be ever so kind as to flumph us to the Avium.
Oh, sure. Yeah, all right. I can engineer that. Yep. It's
Flumphed
not...
or blamph?
Oh,
Either.
a blamph is much easier. Did you not have a question for him? Did you not want
to say what was your preferred term? Yeah.
Hey, Tank Hunter. Good to see you, buddy.
Did I have a question?
I thought you wanted to pick his brains about Burrowvia. I don't know.
Oh,
but...
cool. But before you do you know anything about Burrowvia?
Oh heck. Now this is for the uninitiated. Havel is a Gallus man, quite an unassuming gentleman. He kind of got his job by dead man's boots. He is the head of the tenders in Alderheart, but it's really a teacher's position. That he sort of just fell upwards. He's very competent and a lovely guy. He lost his partner in the fires in the Scorched Grove, a young man named Tevor, and Tevor assisted Trish and the gang in the early stages of their first campaign, and Havel has since sort of sponsored the education of several others, and he leans back, his robe sort of gathered around him, and it almost seems like a chill passes over him, and he says, gosh, that there's a hell of a thing. Is that what you're looking into next, Kesh? Or
Let's see, Burrowvia, as it turns out, very real place. So I was curious if you had any...
I know.
Oh, good.
Not really.
And she's like to Smoothie, see? Another person who thinks it's real.
Yeah. I was kind of looking forward to
Been there.
seeing what What?
What?
Oh, long time ago. Accident. But, yeah, I was there for 2 and a bit weeks.
Oh my goodness.
Managed to barter passage
How
with
the
some
heck did you
Vistani.
get out of there?
Like, unexpected
Apologies,
things
audience. My
I know,
internet
I
is
know
apparently
about
unstable.
Havel.
Sorry, Karen, can you...
And so am I.
No one's having that problem this week.
Yeah, no.
Fun fact: I was
Strike.
at the museum shop with Kate. We'd just gone to the museum thing, and I wanted to get some gifts. And there was this woman who couldn't get anything done, and I'm just like, I'm reading the writing on the wall. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
The lady was very, very understanding. I'm just like, look, I'm going. And as it turns out, that was the correct decision because airports. Anyway.
Sorry, Kesh, what did you say to Havel?
Well, with that kind of revelation, is there anything you know about Burrowvia that might be of use to someone who's about to go back there?
Well, you're a braver man than I. And he sizes you up, Smoothie.
Almost certainly not true, sir.
Well, more foolish then, I guess.
That'll take.
I don't know what I could tell you that might help you. I imagine if you're from there, you know more about the place than I do. But I know nothing comes in or out. I know things are very different there. Things are very difficult. Things are...
Suppose the only thing that would be particularly relevant right now is if he might be able to recognize if he happened to end up in any place that matches the landmarks of one of the items. I suppose that's the only real particular biting question that comes to mind. But I need to find.
Well, you've already found one of those
Indeed.
items.
Question.
But the Tome of Strahd, for fuck's sake. So the entire internet going down isn't helpful, but they're also doing some specific work on the internet in our area today. And they told us that it would be done by 4 p.m. And frankly, my internet was fine until about half an hour ago.
Are we completely done?
I haven't the faintest.
We're kind of popping in and out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It always does it around this time of night. I think it's just everybody gets home and turns their internet on, and the Australian internet goes, "Oh, we were never designed for this, even though everybody should have designed us for this. This completely observable and obvious problem has occurred once again." So he says, "Well, what?"
They didn't do it due to incompetence. They did it for Uncle Rupert.
Yeah. So what landmarks are you looking for? My geography of the place is pretty good.
Well,
There's the Tome of Strahd.
this might have been dealt with
glyphs.
already. The only one that seems... Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. I'm looking for a Shrine of Ardea.
Oh, okay. There was a town about as far away from Ravenloft as you can get. Kresk, I think it was called.
What?
Yeah, you can. I think there was a shrine to Ardea there.
I've just been there many times, and I guess... Ah! That means I've walked right past it. We've walked right past it, like, at least twice. Okay, that's awesome. Cool
Well, it
thing.
occurs
Yep,
to me,
that's not your fault. That's on me.
No. Yeah, it occurs to me that there was a whole abbey there that worships
This is all clicking for me now. We were it was sort of distracting. He was a little creepy. Okay.
Yeah.
Creepily handsome.
He yeah. Stay away, stay clear of that one. I think he'll be cured as soon as he gets back to, like, not Burrowvia. But right now he's absolutely insane.
Yeah, we've met.
He helped me get back. Not a bad man, just a nut job. But you know, Astorials are weird anyway. So that one, and the other one was the cask that once held the finest wine.
Yep. Let's go with that.
And he says, "Oh, the finest wine doesn't hold it anymore. I would guess Ravenloft. There isn't a lot of places that have a lot of fancy wine. And he does like a drink."
Yeah.
It's a big castle too. It's huge. You've seen it.
Okay. Yeah. And one more. I think we're looking for a person named Adigal. Does that ring a bell?
Roll. Can I have a history check? !history in chat, please. Because this will be whether or not Havel has met this person. But given what I've said, maybe. So yeah, if anybody could do that for me. And Naokin, hey buddy, how are you? Good to see you, mate. Try breathing after taking a drink. Shanahos, history, a 15. Thank you very much, Shanahos. Havel goes... There's her name. He's a Vistani. Well, I met a Vistani called Aragal. He helped me get out. It was his troop, sort of thing, that helped me get out. But not a nice guy. quite the opposite. The price was very high. My lovely, could you mute if you... Cough down the microphone again and again and again.
I think you're still... oh, no, you fixed it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You cut out there for me at the end bit there, but I got the gist, which is
Not a nice
Vistani
man.
and Smoothie's shoulders slump even further. His posture at this point would be like someone's trying to like push him down. At this point, just like, oh god.
But I think it's worth noting, I mean,
Okay.
he was a Vistani prepared to defy Strahd. That might be worth something.
I'm gonna have to well, actually I already know where a totem is, so I will just, I think that those are all the burning questions I have, so I will just go thank you for that,
No, you're welcome.
sir.
And he just puts his hand out to shake. And yeah, you shake.
Because I'm small.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's quite a tall man. Yeah, but quite
Yeah.
When you take his hand, he is frail. There isn't a lot of strength in his grip.
Huh?
But yeah,
Oh.
he's quite frail. And yeah, he shakes your hand and says,
Old or sick?
more just weak, not sick, but yeah, just not a
Okay.
particularly physical person.
Okay, I get you. Okay. Yeah,
He says,
I shake his hand.
yeah. He doesn't say anything else really. He just shakes your hand and then he looks at Kesh and says, if you're wanting a blamphing or a flumping or whatever, head down the hall and ask Bob to send you where you need to go. It's not my skill set, unfortunately, otherwise I'd do it. You're actually muting. And it's because I asked you to, but...
Just letting it go. I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Oh, I knew you'd know who to point us in the direction of. Thank you, Havel.
You drag Smoothie down the hall, and where are you wanting to blamph to? Or flump? Flump.
We need to go see
Corvax?
that frickin' guy. Who's Corvax? Yeah.
Yes.
And we
Bob
going
says-
to that place where the totem. What? Yeah.
And Bob says, righto, I'll send you right there. Bob focuses, his eyes go dark, and a blamph. You feel your heart just sort of stop for a moment, and you get yeeted. And you appear outside the front door of the avium. But I think before we go any further with that, we shall drop back into Burrowvia. So we return to the Burrowvia and the Wizard of Wine's winery. The day dawns unusually bright, and Selenox and Trish awake to the smell of bacon frying. A raccoon is curled around Trish's arms when she wakes, while a small black tree has sprouted at the foot of Selenox's bed. Clunking and grunting comes from the fields outside as the Martikovs get back to the business of running their vineyard. You are treated to a slap-up meal, and Davian assures you the wine shipments will recommence in a week or so. Yeah. What do you do?
Is the stick at the end of the bed? Like
It is the staff.
Oh, it hasn't grown.
It has sort of stood up on its own, and roots have gone into the ground, into the floorboards beneath. But as you reach out to hold it, as you sort of wrap your hand around it, the roots retract, and it just lifts up easily in your hand.
Ah, okay. Cool. Selenox is gonna hoe into bacon and anything else that is coming.
Yeah, a full Burrowvian breakfast is prepared. Not something that you would get many places, but these guys are one of the richer families in the place, and you did them a solid yesterday, so they are treating you. Yeah. Might be a little weird for a bird folk to eat eggs, but yeah.
I mean, even chickens eat eggs, so like...
That's true. All right, valid. Yeah. So yes, you do that, and is there anything you'd like to do, say, or be before heading back to Kresk?
Trish is specifically trying to feed the little raccoon buddy to see what it vibes with. Do you like eggs? Do you like the bacon? What's going on?
It is in no way fussy.
It's good to know. Good to know.
All the things.
I think probably meat is. Chet has a stronger reaction to meat than other stuff, but yeah. So normally it just like it takes and holds in his little raccoon hands and nom 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 nom. But when bacon is preferred, it forgets that it's a raccoon and its whole head hinges open, and it just and yeah, it's very briefly. Everyone around the table, including the 3 children, all just sort of stop and are staring. As this racket, nom nom nom, more teeth, huge lolling purple tongue, as this young mimic consumes the bacon and then remembers it's supposed to be a raccoon.
Excellent.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And they all go, uh-huh. And breakfast noises recommence slowly.
Sorry, remind me where these druids, where their base, you reckon it is?
We think up on Yester Hill.
Right. Yester Hill.
Yes. Third Hill.
So, Trish, what do you reckon? Is it on the way to... Well,
it's not on the way to Kresk, but a little... Let's see if I can... This is the map. Because I'm actually genuinely not sure if it's on the way or not. There should be a page with a map of Burrowvia. Really easily accessible. Is it at the very front? No. Is it at the very back? It's not. That's Kresk. There is one. I think it's a fold-out one, though. This is unhelpful.
Do you want me to attach in Discord the one you sent me ages ago?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. There it is. Wine delivery, Yester Hill. It's, I think, quite a long way away from everywhere else.
Here you go.
okay.
Gracias.
It's in the chat we have. It's coming. There it is.
Oh. Yester Hill. Yeah, no, it's exactly, it's completely the opposite direction.
All right, cool. So we so as Selenox is like still eating, but So, Trish, we banking that, or we're gonna pop there before we go and meet the team?
Didn't really sound like a two-person task. Maybe we should meet up with the others first.
Noted. Got any more of that syrup stuff? Can someone pass me? Yeah, thanks.
Syrup is passed.
Cool.
Yes. I would not recommend.
I don't have.
Mighty as you two are. Any all-powerful beings looking
let's
down
be
may
clear.
look in askance at your group being divided any further.
Yeah, not that we couldn't handle it,
No.
but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we said we'd meet up anyway, so we're going. Check there, all right?
Good teaching moment for Smoothie and Esmeralda if they came along for this one. So we want to share the experience around.
Exactly. You don't want to level up
Yeah,
before
we wouldn't
them
want to
anyway.
take all the.
Be rude.
No.
So I'm incredibly distracted because I've just got a new nano leaf pattern, and I've somehow managed to so that it with my voice. So I'm not sure if you can see my light changing all the time, but every time I talk, because the things I'm singing, like it's like a beat thing, it's like going with the beat. I'm like, how do I turn it up?
It's like poetry. It rhymes. Yeah.
I love it.
So distracting.
Cool. Yeah, so you presumably head back to Kresk, yes? I love it. It's about half a day's walk. You get back by sort of early afternoon. Do you say there'll be anything on the journey, or we just sort of fast travel that one?
I get really annoyed when we pass the spot with the scarecrows.
Fair.
Oh, you wouldn't
Fucking
on this
asshole.
particular length
Oh,
of
we
the
wouldn't?
journey. No. That was
Okay.
on.
No way.
No, Ireena is about to pass that spot. But you guys aren't on the same road.
Okay, it's fine then. It's fine. I'm gonna just like, as we're walking out, I am gonna check the like blight things
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of check that they're like asleep. I guess.
Yeah, they all pretty much do what you say. So, actually, sorry, I do apologize. When you come out the following day, a lot of them have left. Not all,
Okay.
but most have fucked off. There
Okay,
are
and,
about
like-
a half dozen left. And
Okay.
as you come out, their heads slowly turn all in unison to watch you.
Okay. So, are you guys coming, or are you going back to do what trees do?
They sort of tilt their heads. They are attentive, but they seem confused.
Right. So if you want to be a tree, that's fine. I'll holler if I need you, I guess. Don't know the range on this thing, but I guess you'll hear me if you hear me. So if you want to just go back to treeing, that's fine, but you got to leave these nice folk alone.
Make an Arcana check, please, Selenox.
Oh, God. Yep, checks out. 5.
Oh my god, yes, she's -2. Fantastic. Yeah, it wasn't an order, no, correct, Bishop Blood. Terrace just redeemed an inspiration. I'm gonna. Oh, it's for Karen.
Karen.
Interesting.
Oh,
very
well,
well.
thank you.
For Karen.
For Karen. There we go. Never mind.
After Rove.
Well, she's already lost it. I've already given you the answer. Thank you very much, Terrace. They tilt their heads, and then as you and Trish turn to head along your way, they follow in formation, like 2 ranks of 3, just following along behind you, about 50 feet behind.
Well, if you insist. You guys know any songs? She tries to get them. She tried the whole way home. The whole way, she is trying to teach them some form of battle song. Like a creek will do. I don't fucking
Just a plain
care.
version of Thriller.
Make a performance.
Maybe 2 of you could.
Make a performance check.
Nice.
15. That's all right.
So, Selenox, when you say, "Do you guys know any songs?" As you start marching along, like I imagine she said it kind of as a joke, but yeah, they start. There is a distinct. Initially, it is the creaking of old trees blowing in the wind, but it's in tune, as in it's entire. They are all doing exactly the same, and then some of them start doing different things, producing different noises, and there is a distinct tune to it. If you are singing, they will be sort of providing a bizarre semi-percussion, semi-woodwind backing to it.
Oh, God.
Can I keep that role? Like, this just happens every time. I'd be stoked.
They viewed it as an instruction and therefore did it.
Yep.
I love Selenox is like so excited about this. He's like, "What? Oh, this is a fucking best, Trish! Oh,
I feel like they're
you want to try one?
try one what?
You want to lead this? I reckon they'll follow you as well. Do a song. See if they sing along. It's good.
There once was a man from the older heart. I don't know if he knew his heart.
One bit of
do you know
rhyme.
this one? We all know this one. Do the trees know this one?
Make a performance check, Trish. Of all the places I thought this would go.
Oh, they
21.
know the man from Older Heart. That's in their repertoire.
Oh, everyone knows this fucking song. Selenox starts singing along, and the 8 of you just have a fucking rip-roaring time. When Selenox starts, there's a slight dance to her step. These 6 twig blights are following along, and they have it feels very iRobot to me, but like in lockstep, but copying Selenox's dancing a bit. Hey, Hogan. So, yeah, you make for a very fucking weird look coming back to Kresk.
Spectacular. Excellent.
The music is totally appropriate for what's happening. There
What
once
a
was a man from
contrast to
Older
the
Heart.
music. Yeah.
I imagine that one as very much a shanty. Ireena, You and Esmeralda Esmeralda is sort of snoozed until mid-morning in her cart while you drove the cart along behind Van Richten's. You get to Kresk, seeing as you got a pretty early start on it this morning, around probably 10 in the morning. The guards see Van Richten's cart and sort of just let it. Well, no, the Van Richten's cart, they sort of look in askance at it, and then they see Esmeralda's behind it, and very much just let you all on through, without even questioning it. As Esmeralda sort of sticks her head out, as you're coming in, I imagine you sort of let her know. She comes out, and as you pass in through, a guard, a strig with an eye patch, says no, he's a raptor. He's a raptor with an eye patch. Says the Burgomeister will probably want to have a word with you, Miss Devenier. And Ireena, Ireena hears that. And Esmeralda, and, well, having heard that, Van Richten goes, well, yes, it's probably not a bad place to start, actually. Come along, my dears. And he leads the way to park outside the Burgomeister's house. Ireena, you've never been this far west, have you?
No.
Yes, when you dismount and exit the cart, a stout Mapatch man, well-dressed but not fancily dressed, comes out of the house that you pull up outside and says, Miss Devenier, I don't know your companions. And Esmeralda introduces Rictavio, because I'm controlling what Esmeralda does tonight. This is Rictavio, an old friend of mine, and a new friend, Ireena Kolyana. And
nice to meet you.
An eyebrow shoots up in this Mapatch's fur. Any relation to Kolyanovich? Kolyan of Burrowvia?
Depends on how much you care about genetics. Yes. Yes.
I heard he had a daughter. A pleasure. Cousin, I think it would be.
I suppose it would be.
Oh, an absolute pleasure to make your acquaintance, then. What news from Burrowvia?
Oh, same old. Bleak as ever.
Ah. Your father, he is well?
No, my father has passed away.
Oh. Anna, come. Our deepest sympathies, cousin. That is hard. Your brother has taken up the mantle?
That's right, yes.
Ismark is a good man. I'm sure he will grow into the position. I have not seen Kolyan in many years, but he was a good man too. Did his best for his people, which I know the strain of that. This is my wife, Anna, and a quite attractive Mapatch lady comes out, and he catches her up on the whole business. And you are brought in for tea. She hugs you warmly and introduces her son. And yes, the three of you are brought inside for tea. Esmeralda would probably inquire fairly quickly, any signs of Trish and Selenox? And Dimitri will be a little bit like, mildly abashed as he says, I asked them to run an errand, and they obliged me. I expect them home soon, though. Or back to Kresk. And when Els inquires about Smoothie, he says, I have not seen or heard from that one in a while, though. Not since you all left Valakaywood some time ago. But, please, sit. And, yes, tea and biscuits are served. Is there anything Ireena would like to broach with the with the Kreskovs? Or shall we just jump on through to the arrival of Trish and Selenox, which...
She's just happy to be away from Burrowvia, so she's just chilling.
Would they... so, information does not travel rapidly in Burrowvia, unless you happen to be good friends with the Martikovs. They are not aware of the situation with you and Strahd. Would you mention it?
Nope. Nope.
Nope. Okay. Splendid. Perfectly fair. Very sensible. I suppose, can you make me an insight check, Ireena? Rach frantically switches to a different
Let's do it.
Character sheet.
Did you say
Dan
insight?
was watching, he'd be... Yes, insight. If Dan was watching, it would be, you know now my pain. 16.
16.
A 16... You know, scroll down. A 16, you would get... These people would have your back if you were to tell them. They relate some of the stories. They certainly would relate the tale of how Trish, Selenox, Smoothie, and Helvig assisted in the resurrection of their son. Anna would tell you that. And tell you apropos of nothing, really, just sort of just sharing the knowledge and saying, commenting on the quality of the company you are currently keeping, I suppose, is the main thing.
Well, I think maybe Ireena would say, I feel I should be perfectly honest with you. I've had a few, let's say, close encounters with Strahd, more so than the average Burrovian. So if you wouldn't want me staying in your home for your safety, I completely understand. I can camp. I can go to the inn. That is completely acceptable. I can leave.
Anna puts her hand on your knee and says, I would never drive someone in need of help out of Kresk. And Dimitri smiles and says, your appearance does betray you, my friend. We know something of what is going on with you, I suppose. But it is not fair to blame someone for their own face. Your resemblance to a past historical figure is not your fault, nor should you be cursed for it. You are safe here. A hard thing to live with, I imagine.
Harder than it needs to be.
Of course. Well, I have business in town, but you are of course welcome here in Kresk. See the sights. Enjoy yourself. Whatever you do, don't go up to the Abbey.
Noted.
And Van Richten would actually say, if you would permit me, Mr. Kreskov, sir, we have actually made acquaintance before, so I just warn you now. There is no damage or harm will be done as he removes the ring, and Van Richten appears. And, Dimitri says, you strange old man, and gets up and sort of claps him in a hug. Why did you sit in my home for nearly half an hour, wearing the face of another? I thought I recognized the voice. You need to get better at that if you're going to pull off the Heidi-Siki. And Van Richten smiles, puts the ring back on, and says, for full clarity, I don't want anyone here thinking anything's going on under false pretenses. Ireena here is a very capable young lady. She's already demonstrated that in the last couple of days. But she and Esmeralda and I have taken it upon ourselves to lend what assistance she may require to her continued well-being. But any further assistance you could provide, obviously, is extremely gratefully received, I'm sure. Well, splendid and lovely, Anna. It's always a pleasure. And it's so good to see the young one up and about again. I have a hankering to see the see the local pool. If anybody else cares to join me, though I suppose we may, if Selenox and Trish arrive, if we wait till after lunch, perhaps.
Love to see more of Gress.
It is a beautiful spot, even in the gloom. And unless Ireena has anything she would like to say, I think we'll jump back to the Humblewood.
Okay.
Alrighty. Kesh and Smoothie.
Hello.
The avium stands tall and proud as you remember it, a huge stone tree erupting from a broad field ringed by dense forest on all sides. High above, massive rocky structures and towers float lazily around the edifice. Within one, bright lights are sparkling, whilst another seems to be in the midst of a highly localized storm. Walking up to the gatehouse, you are stopped by a couple of birdfolk guards in shining breastplates. What's your business, friends? Asks a raptor politely.
Oh, hello. I'm, I've forgotten what rank I am now. Am I still Major?
Colonel. You are
Colonel, thank you.
Yeah.
Colonel Klesh?
Colonel Clink.
Colonel Kesh Klishweave, to see Kovacs Ravania. This is my friend Smoothie.
Oh, of course, Colonel. Absolutely. No problem at all. Yes, do you know your way around inside, or it's a bit wacky?
Oh, some directions probably wouldn't go astray. It's been a while.
Head to the front desk. They'll sort you out, Colonel.
Thank you so much.
Tip the hat, and you head on inside. The front desk. You enter, and it is cool and dim in here, and Smoothie's probably a little grateful for it. It is also, it has the whole place has the vibe of a library. Everything is like not muttered conversations, but nobody shouts in the avium very much. There is a broad front desk in a circle, and the tree is mostly hollow, and there is sort of the walls of it are where the classrooms are, but the inside is this sort of empty cone heading all the way up, with staircases and stuff going all the way around. However, there is also a large floating platform that zooms up and down with alarming regularity. A loomer at the front desk directs you to take the platform all the way to the top, and then take the second left and the first right 3 times, and you'll find yourself at the door of Kovacs Ravania.
Cool.
this is the first time that Trish and I had a chat. I was on she called it a elevator, and I got confused.
You head on up.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ascend the petrified tree almost to its zenith, a magical lift taking you most of the way, but for the last few levels of narrow corridors you track up left, right, until you reach a small wooden door with an antique carved wooden waiting bench outside that is covered in dust. Reaching up to knock on the door, it opens and a pale corvum opens it just before your knuckles get to it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting. I was just like, and he opens it in. Oh, there it is.
Greetings. I have long been looking forward to this meeting for some time, Colonel. Sir Smoothie. And he opens the door and welcomes you in.
Thank
Would
you.
I have been debriefed by Kesh, or is this all fresh and new?
I think I would have given you the kind of the basics. So, he's
okay.
the seeing the future man. So
Does he have a son? Sorry, I was going to make a stupid joke. Was the son of the future man? I'm done. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Cool. Hello.
well, I'd tell Smoothie to explain why we're here, but I figured you'd already know why we're here.
I do. Though it is an interesting thing. You want the... I've got the wrong voice. It is an interesting thing. You kind of have to have the conversation, even though you know how it's going to end. It's easier to keep track of things in one's mind as well. Please, come in. The Corvum gestures you in. His feathers are dull grey, but seem to be returning to black. Like, a few of them are, but it's coming back in a hodgepodge. The room features a pair of comfortable-looking high-backed chairs in front of his desk, upon which is a selection of snacks, many of which feature nearly raw meat. Please help yourself. So, you come from Burrowvia. You are troubled, I suspect, and you seek advice.
Well, basically, from what I understand, it's a pretty intimidating situation. So, any assistance you can give to
Kesh is being a nice friend.
Mr. Smoothie?
That's fair.
I can leave if that helps.
No. In fact, this is sort of... You are concerned as well, though from a different direction. It's actually something I have wanted to talk to both of you about, and it's convenient. I've waited until now because it is convenient. There is coming a time where those in my profession are very concerned. But I should not jump ahead. You, Sir Smoothie, you are wanting advice on how to deal with your particular problem? Or...
I think Smoothie has said what he needed to say, and he's in a oddly, I wouldn't say tranquil state, more numb. And he's just kind of like, so he will be more honest than he would normally be with a stranger. So he just kind of goes, if you have it, I'll take it, sir. But I just need to find a totem, and Kesh wants to help, and
a totem I can do.
someone special to me once told me that if they want to help, you should accept the gift.
A wise man, your grandfather. He pulls out a totem from his desk and places it in front of you. If you wish to use this, you are welcome to. It's a small doll woven of reeds. He puts it in front of you, but he does not hand it to you. He says, if you wish to go, this will take you back. Though, if you don't want to, I'll keep it. The dean would look in askance at my removing it from the collection, so if you don't want it, it has a place here already. That being said, he won't get mad at me. I doubt he'll even notice. But there...
Can I compensate him, or...?
No. It is yours by right. We acquired it somewhere. I suppose I need to know what you want to know, because I don't know you very well. The way seeing the future works is I can't see past a choice I don't understand. So I need to know the being I am looking into. And you are something of a mystery, which is a delightful novelty to someone like me. Coming from where you do, my glimpses in there are infrequent at best. I can't tell you.
You must have a very interesting life here.
It has been eventful. I can tell you the death of the one you call Strahd is coming soon.
Coming?
It will occur within the next 2 or 3 months at most.
What do you mean?
You will succeed. You or your friends, some group. It varies depending on actions taken, but all paths lead to the same place. He will die. Your involvement, if it makes you feel any better, is actually not required. Though, if you do choose to go back, events change and occur better, I suppose. Generally speaking, most would view the outcome is more favorable if you are involved. A hard thing to be told, I know. But what happens after is a mystery.
What kind of reopening the wound again? Not that he knows that. Are chances better with me there?
Significantly. There will be deaths without your presence. Avoidable ones.
His eyes are at the floor, but he grabs the thing.
Events are in motion that even Strahd can't stop. Indeed, I am actually not certain he wants to. If I had to guess, I would say the man is bored.
Bored?
Immortality is a trial for those not born to it, and he doesn't even have a purpose beyond his own whims.
Oh.
Imagine yourself a being unmatched. No other creature can face you. You can do whatever you want, where you are. The few things you do want, you can't have. You have been denied them by fate or circumstance. You have no one to love, no one who care about you. You lost long ago the ability to even reciprocate those feelings, even if you could. How little left do you have? There is that. You could read a lot.
Opinion, or your, in your opinion or your certainty. I suppose the only other question I have is, there a way that I can help him?
Yes.
Is him going the best thing?
Well, this is an interesting point. You see, every which way I have viewed it, every way I have seen it, and is why you are relevant as well, Kesh. The day after Strahd dies, the morning, the first rays of Ardea's light strike Ravenloft, and at that point, my vision of the future ceases. And not just mine. None. No diviners have ever been able to see past that point. It is a very new thing. Only in the last 6 months, our vision ends there. None of us know why.
Wait a minute. But
How is that possible?
Like I say, we can't see past a choice we don't understand. And evidently, none of us understand this choice.
so it could be a bad it could what about what could potentially happen?
There are few things I can't see. Smoothie, make an Arcana check.
Okay. 17. Sorry, I was rolling physical dice. I
Very
can
well.
roll digital if you want.
No, that's fine. 17 is pretty darn good. He
19
says
minus 2.
19 minus 2.
Minus 2,
Amazing.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
It's always taking it in the hands when I ask you to do Arcana. Yeah. It's a shame that it's exactly what you're doing though a lot of the time. He says, well, there are beings I cannot predict. Anything mightier than myself. Amaranthines, gods. I assume, my guess, and this is all it is that at some point that morning, a god or more than one steps in and is involved. For reasons I don't get. It could be the being that created Burrowvia in the first place takes note.
Oh. Okay.
The other thing...
So it's not necessarily a bad thing?
It's not.
We don't know.
The problem... Do you know the difference between Amaranthines and gods? Do you know what the difference is?
No.
An Amaranthine is bound by time. Gods are not. The difference is a god can operate beyond the bounds of time. Divination is linked inherently to the passage of time. My guess is this is the act of a god. An act I, for hopefully obvious reasons, don't understand.
Meta question. this would be the first time he's heard the term, I think. God with a capital G.
Sure.
I mean, as far as I know, I mean,
Quite possibly.
I think he gets it by the context of what you're saying, but he just goes, what? He just kind of looks
my
more
apologies.
lost, not less.
You were raised in the traditions of Burrowvia. There are beings out there greater than the Amaranthine. The father and mother god we know of, God with a lower case G, Amaranthines, they are Titan. They, the story goes that they tricked the gods into creating the material plane. So they had a place to play out their games. The gods. The gods are the elemental planes. They are deities themselves. And the material plane was created by the combination of the 6 of them. The act of it put them all into a slumber.
Talking about Burrowvia being a plane as well. But different.
It is something of it is called a demi-plane, a half, something smaller than, but still functionally the same.
So, this demi-plane, if you had to guess, would it be offensive to something that is and made the planes? This imitation?
Oh, no, quite the opposite. I have always presumed that one of the planes, or maybe more of them, were involved in the creation of Burrowvia.
Oh.
Only a god can create a plane of existence.
So Strahd's been backed up by a god.
If I had to guess, probably the plane of death.
Cool. So chances are, by what you're saying, that if we do what we're always going to do, we will succeed, but then something else will happen that you don't know, but it's probably the god of death. Okay.
The other element to remember is that the planes are in balance. Life, death, fire, water, earth, air. They balance each other. It could well be not death, but life that steps in.
To do what?
Prevent death from gaining more power. That's the whole point of them. They're constantly in balance.
Well, sounds like we're just going in circles theorizing, aren't we?
It does, indeed. But I wanted Kesh to be aware of this as well, as Kesh, you are aware of what your friend Julio intends.
Oh. I don't suppose your sense of the future gives you some notion of whether this is going to end good or bad?
As I say,
you know,
I cannot see past the event.
A big bright blank.
There is a confluence.
But he's a bad person, so...
I want it on the record. I don't think not killing Strahd is a good idea. You could stop it. It is within your power, Smoothie. If you chose, you could end it. You could not kill him. He would live. Well, he would continue his undeath, but I don't. That's not what I'm suggesting.
Is there a way I can learn? Is there a way I can learn about it? Is there a place that you know of where I could learn about him? Is there a way I could talk to him in which he'll listen? The last time that he talked to me, I couldn't speak, but if you say he wants something, I want to know what that is. If I can, I want to. I don't want to kill anybody if I don't have to. If he lets us go back, then I don't. I mean, Trish will be mad, but I think I've taken care of the curse now. But I just want to learn. How do I learn?
You have dealt with the curse. That is well done. The place to learn about him would be the Ember Temple. I've gone back to Burrowvia, and it's really hard to.
Yeah.
You must ask the right questions. That's the voice. Yes.
Okay.
Would be the Ember Temple. The place he was made. The place he learned the secrets of undeath. He is a bat.
Well, one
yes,
thing at a
Southern
time.
Skies.
I've got to find something at Kresk, and then. Okay, but they won't take. He's just kind of processing at this point. Probably very glad to at least have something to focus on, other than, well, here's all the choices that you could possibly have. And by the way,
People come to the divination wizard and ask and are often disappointed when they find out the options. I am sorry I could not give more clarity.
to be fair, Kesh took me to you, but I will.
I'm trying to decide whether that was a good call or not.
I am glad you both came.
To be clear, I still think dealing with Strahd sounds like a good idea. Oh
Trish
boy.
Yeah, I think most people would agree.
I do.
And that's probably how it will happen. But we'll see.
A lot to think about. But I am grateful for you coming.
How do you know so much about the plane? Have you visited too?
Burrowvia? No. It would kill me very quickly. And Strahd and I do not get along.
Well, thank you for your time, sir.
Time is all I can give you. Oh, and a good meal.
Can I ask a maybe a straightforward question that maybe you might enjoy answering?
Yeah.
Considering.
A pleasure. I welcome.
What do you want? What do you think would happen? But can I do anything for you?
You bring such kindness and I have been. It is assumed, I think, by most who meet me that I can acquire anything I need long before I even want it. So it is a long time since someone asked me this. And your kindness.
Well, everyone likes to see a certain result now and then,
Of course.
even if you know the potential results.
Your kindness is. It does you great credit. I want.
It's a weird feeling, huh?
I want to see. I want to see good win for a change. I want to see a reaction and a result that I don't have to qualify. I want to rest.
That is
as well.
really helpful. I mean, no, and he will give like a little firm handshake and just go, I think I can do that. Yeah.
I am sure you can.
Can I take some of these steaks for the road, please? They're very
I
nice.
was going to say, you certainly can. Indeed, if you go down to the kitchens, you may load up. And usually you actually can, you don't have to go all the way back to the boundary of Burrowvia to use that totem. The teleporterium, 2 floors up, you can use it there and it'll get you wherever you want to go in Burrowvia. Like that.
Really? Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Time, though I don't recommend Strahd's bedchamber. Lost Archives, thank you very much for the raid, you bloody champions.
That would be so funny, though.
How likely? Futures is that you need that. Yeah. The handshake, a bit of he kind of has like something to latch onto. Like, okay, now I remember what I'm doing this for.
Cool. Very well. You.
Kesh will also shake Korvax Ravania's hand, but kind of does it in a thanks, I think, sort of way. Just look, he's happy, so well, he seems to be all right. So great, thanks.
Relative.
He just needed his head screwed on the right way. It's easy to get lost in the weeds.
Yes, it is. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
I have no doubt. Let me just do a quick shout out at the Lost Archives, because those bloody champions just dropped a raid on us. Guys, how was Strahd this evening? This is 2 Curse of Strahd campaigns going on at the same fucking time, and it's lovely to see you guys. Thank you for joining us. Owen, you bloody champion, thanks for bringing your lovely folks here, you excellent individual. We are Corsair's Cove. We do D&D and other RPG-related games, so guys, thanks for joining us. We are half in Humblewood, although I think we're about to end that situation, and half in Burrowvia. So Smoothie, gonna fast track this unless there is anything particularly that you wanted to do. You get to go down.
I think I'll pop my head back in real quick and just go, one more thing. My grandpa, do I ever see him again?
I am going to do you the kindness you just did me.
You know what? Cool.
I don't think you want to know.
I think we're on the same page.
Be well, Sir Smoothie.
Have a great
Sometimes
day.
in the future. Kesh is basically, if we're
Can
getting
you redo
food,
that one,
Kesh
guys?
is
The
picking out like
internet is such a...
all her
Yeah.
favorite things.
Can you redo that last 30 seconds or so? I
Which
got
bit?
none of it. The last 30 seconds or so, pretty much from I think we're on the same page.
Pretty much just have a great day, and then we're resupplying and we're out.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Kesh would like to raid the avium supply closet for all of her favorite foods and snacks that will be put in a bag for Smoothie.
Yeah. You go down to
Whether
the
he
kitchens
wants
and
them or
are
not,
supplied.
this is happening.
Yeah. And then you head on up to the
just to
teleportarium.
keep things moving.
Yes.
Sorry, I finished. Yep. As I step in, I have one more thing. This cape here, I think it belongs to the people you look after. It's Selenox's friend's cape, and Selenox was in the Purge Guard.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Oh,
Is that part of Kesh's thingy or no?
Kesh
like-
is technically in charge of the Perch Guard a bit.
I know a guy. If you have a Perch Guard cloak, I can see. Perch Guard. Oh, well, yeah. If it, I can certainly find out who it's supposed to belong to.
Well, I think I need to give it back to her, but if it's okay, her name is Selenox, and she had a friend. I might check in with you at some point and just ask about that. I'm sorry we didn't get more time. I would have liked to find out.
Oh, okay. Well, you're welcome to leave it with me.
Oh,
and
no,
I'll-
no, no. But I have to give it back to Selenox. She'll kill me. But
right.
It's and I'll kind of demonstrate it. I don't know if there's any uniqueness about it, Ro, that you want to mention, or if it has a name conveniently on the back end.
Do they write their name on the laundry tag? You know, dry clean only.
Yeah.
No, well, because it's a, like, it might, no, I don't think it would. Sorry. Conveniently enough, no. I was like, I'm going to try and help, but no. Sorry.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can certainly ask a few questions down at the Perch Guard and see if I can find out who Selenox used to hang out with. And
Yeah.
obviously, if you can get me any messages, you're welcome to.
I'm going to be
stay
annoying
in
you like
touch.
any. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, everyone does that. It's part of my job is being annoyed by everyone all the time.
No. Okay.
Often filtered through Spencer, which is why I pay him so well.
Okay.
Indeed
Teleport.
it is, Soundboy. So you head on up to the teleportarium. It is a large domed structure at the very, very top of the tower, powered by all the latent magic within the tower that is sort of channeled up to it. The walls gleam with a purple, with purple-blue runes, and she's a Luma girl, not much older than Smoothie, who is on duty running the place. Her name is Jel, and she says, "Right then, where are you going?"
Well, I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I'm going to be going to a place called Burrowvia.
You're okay. All right. Don't worry.
Yeah. We
Professor
need to
Ravania told me.
synergize, I
No,
think.
I don't need to do anything. What you do is you do your normal thing with what you're doing, and the power of the place will just do it. I have nothing to. I'm hands off. He
Do
told
I have
me
to
not.
say the name or something?
I think
just
you just
think
sort of. He said just sort of imagine it.
Okay. Sure.
Don't imagine it yet!
No. I have to. There's a whole process, Kesh. In fact, I'm pretty sure it looks pretty stupid.
Kesh is just going to give you a hug, basically. It was lovely to meet you. Good luck with everything. I hope I was some help in my own way.
You were. And, I really hope I get to see you again.
I do too, Smoothie.
Good luck with the, what do you call it, paperwork?
Yeah.
Sounds like it sucks.
Yeah, I don't recommend. But apparently it's important for matters of historical record.
Okay.
And
well,
accountability and transparency.
Sure. Well, if I get survive this, you can teach me how to read. So, what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a little embarrassing. Not embarrassing. I don't mind, but all things considered, you're going to watch me dance a little bit, so you might as well join in if that's your thing.
Kesh is like, fuck yeah, let's dance, baby.
Gel Platena is sitting on a stool like, she's like, I'm about to see some new shit and I'm fascinated. Let's do this. Yeah.
So it's been a minute since we've opened the gate in this way, but yeah, as we described before, it's essentially pulling different kind of energy motes out of the air to essentially make a door with various Vistani dance moves, and then all of a sudden it's sort of like a celestial door, like a door made of stars.
And as this door pops into existence, the whole room just begins to vibrate. The tree is sort of shaking, and there is a wind rushing through. There is like a massive pressure differential apparently, and yeah, there is a strong breeze blowing through. Gel is like holding onto the desk she's sitting next to and saying, "If he's going, you need to go now."
Okay.
Good luck, Smoothie.
Kesh, ready? 3, 2, 1, go team! And I'll fly through the door.
And the wind picks you up, Smoothie, and you shoot through the door, and as you do, Gel pulls a couple of levers and the door slams shut behind you. Kesh, Gel looks up at you and says, "Well, that's right, and fucked it, that one has."
Whoa.
That was the last time we did something like that. Last I heard, and I wasn't here for this, but the last time they did something like that, someone wound up on the plane of water.
Oh. He's not on the plane of water now,
No,
is he?
no. There wouldn't have been wind going in. Oh, fuck, he might have gone to the air, though. That'd be bad.
Is there any way to check he actually got there?
Well, he used that thing, the thing that he used, it only goes one way. It only goes to one place. I hope.
Right.
Look, Ravania said it was fine. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't mention the whole shaking of the tree.
He would consider that superfluous details, in my experience.
In my experience, you'd find it fucking funny. Well...
This place have the equivalent of a pub before I get blamphed back to the Older Heart?
Aye, I'm about to be relieved, actually. I might join you. I'll show you. Come on.
All right. Oh, boy.
I love it.
Yeah, the tree enterprise. Thank you, Rachel. Rachel's been great in chat for the last one, and I was like, make sure she double checks the numbers, you might drown.
Never forgetting that.
Never. And Jelly Platena had nothing to do with that. That was Rusty and the Dean. And never more a bit. All right, well, guys, that was excellent. We've now got Smoothie back to Burrowvia, and he is going to into existence right in the middle of the middle of Kresk. I think that's where you'd probably be aiming for. Smoothie can say otherwise.
Pretty much.
We will take a short
Flying
little
through that
little...
rainbow bridge we talked about before.
That's it. Yeah. So we'll take a little breaklet back at 5 to 10 for the last little bit, and we're going to need to level up when Smoothie gets back.
Woo, yeah!
Nice.
Yeah. Alrighty. See you soon, everybody. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Boy, boy.
Bye.
Vast and ahoy, mateys. We be back for a little bit more Burrowvia. Thanks for sticking with us. Hey, Abus, good to see you. Yes, chat has been good value the last little while. Something Older Heart is full on God, Void, Death, Burrowvia connection. Titan too busy to talk to Smoothie. Kren doing Kren things, Plane of Earth being seemingly uninvolved. Yeah, look.
And a Earth just staying in its lane.
Yeah, I'm
Unbothered,
imagining
clear
Bishop.
skin.
I'm imagining Bishop Blood standing in front of a crazy wall, like with the red string everywhere. So,
Doing the meme.
Smoothie, where do you reappear?
I like what you suggested, which is that I don't think it would be his thought process, but he thought Kresk, and where is he more at home than the sky? So yeah.
Very well. So, Smoothie, you pop back into existence.
Yep.
You are flung, ejected into the sky about 500 feet above. Yeah, you do a couple of barrel rolls, cartwheels, and then you manage to get yourself under control. Above the old Svalich woods, about maybe half an hour south of Kresk. As you sort of manage to get your bearings and everything, get your wings all sorted out and everything, you hear from below you a jolly marching tune. And as you look down, you see Selenox and Trish and 6 dudes in wooden armor, it looks like from up here, following along behind them, marching up the roadway towards Kresk.
I mean, it seems to me the only thing to do is to get in the band and wait until they notice. So yeah, I'll just I've got the goggles on, and then just wait for the moment.
You land behind and sort of, are you stealthing in and just like, and now I'm here?
Yeah, I think so. Like, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he just, like, if they're in front, then I basically just land in and amongst them, and I will go, plants, huh? And
yeah.
That's
You do that. And Trish, Selenox, you may hear a young male voice go, plants, huh? As you continue
I would say it
marching
quietly.
up.
I want the surprise.
Yeah. Trish and Selenox, please make me perception checks. You need an 18.
Doing it on my helmet.
Oh, guess what I got?
There it is. Selenox, behind you is marching your cape and a young man in it.
Is Smoothie singing?
No, I'm drumming on my head.
He doesn't know the song, I wouldn't have thought.
I'm drumming on my helmet.
Yeah.
You're drumming on your helmet?
Yeah.
Selenox is going to be like, yeah, percussion. That's a good add-in. And then she turns around and is like, yeah, keep that up, Smoothie.
Wait a moment!
There's like a full-on double take because she's so busy singing. Kid!
Hi?
Where the fuck did you come from?
Up. And a little that way.
Well, welcome back. And Selenox is going to throw a hug on him.
Hi. Hello. Hi, Trish.
Hey, good to see ya.
Yeah. You have friends now.
Yeah, You got to meet the crew. I like to. So this is. I'm still working out how to tell the difference. I don't know, but this is bark, and this is
God.
leaf,
Uh-huh.
and I think that one's twig, and
No, wait, that's
this
twig.
one.
Oh, yeah, no, I see, because it's a twig. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And this one's sprout. It's
Yeah.
that part.
No, I'm seeing it. Yep, I get it.
And I'm running out of plant-related names, to be honest. But this one's gopher because they like eating.
He gets you coffee. Yeah, he's a good.
Yeah, and this here is Bob.
Of course.
Afternoon, Bob. Actually,
Well
what time is it? I'm asking them, but I'm also asking God.
It is about midday.
There you go. It is afternoon, technically.
Ro, I'm going to give you inspiration for the names of all your tree. That was quite an amusing. Yeah, good job. You continue wandering along?
I suppose I will just
So-
kind of go like, so catch me up, and
Well-
if we want to skip along, we can.
Well,
Or-
I think Trish may well want to have a conversation. She may not want to have it in front of Selenox. So, as far as Trish is concerned, there has been a one-day time slippage. Trish received the sendings from Smoothie last night. It has, in Smoothie's timeline, been a full day since then.
So, what happened while you were in Humblewood? I got some messages from you, but I'm a little confused.
Right. Okay. Well, the ones I sent were a bit more vague than Josh's ones. So,
I couldn't remember. Yeah.
The specific wording, if I remember correctly, Jack's intention was not to really give you someone to kind of latch on to. I just kind of solved it ethereally. Of course, Trish can kind of pick up on it, but that is what I remember saying and doing. But what I will say to kind of bridge the two universes together is that maybe I just said it poorly and Trish is onto something. Where are we, Rach, while we're having this convo? Are we talking publicly or do you want to talk to me privately, first of all?
Just on the road. I'm okay if Selenox hears. She
Okay,
knows I'm cursed. It's fine.
Okay. There was a lot of details, but the short version is that someone used. Do you remember getting a letter at the wedding?
It is burnt into my mind. Yes.
Yeah. It was through the letter that it happened.
Mhm.
And the letter bearer was the person that accidentally carried it to you, if I remember right. It was so basically it was a sort of like a chain thing. Like I'll be straight with you, I did find who did it. We'll get there, but it wasn't how I solved it. I found out who the letter bearer was, and he was accidentally your anchor, if you like. So
Right.
I removed the curse from him. Then I checked in on you, and apparently it's better, but not completely. So we can fix that now.
I just don't understand how you could get rid of it. I really tried. I was at the wizard school and they couldn't get rid of it.
Are you upset?
I'm just confused. How? I was told I had to do all these things to get rid of it. And that was wrong, apparently?
This is where the universes collide again. So he will, again, just to kind of bridge the gap.
I would say take your interpretation. It was
okay.
I misspoke
right, but
on your
what
behalf.
Rach remembers is me talking about a culprit and the specifics, which I specifically remember not giving. So just for Rach's memory, I'll just say that he was trying to protect her, essentially.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say, for the sake of the story. So his ears will kind of droop a little bit, and he will just go, yeah, it was, my understanding is that something happened, and correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, but something happened with the curse bearer's family. And so was that right? Like they were, like Trish killed someone, and that was...
The person who initiated the whole business,
right.
Her sister
did it
was
because
killed.
of a dead relative. That's what it was. Yeah. And I honestly don't know if it was cruelty or ineptitude. But either way, I understand it's the same in the end. The truth is, you didn't need to hurt those people, and I don't know if that's was the intent or not. I'm sorry I didn't tell you straight away. It was wrong. I just didn't want to hurt you.
What do you mean I didn't have to?
I don't know what would have happened if you'd missed your deadline, but I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't have been what they promised. But there's a lot we don't know.
What do you know? Do you know who did it?
I do.
What's their name?
Jack is hesitating. I think Smoothies would be shorter. He will decide to trust. And he will give the name.
Erica Meriden, as I recall. Possibly Finia Meriden. I can't remember exactly. It was Meriden though. I'm gonna say, Jack, do you recall that you determined that it was not the curse of eventual death?
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm just making sure. Yeah.
That if she didn't meet her deadline,
nothing would.
What was promised wouldn't have happened. But Smoothie is being honest that he doesn't necessarily know that means nothing would happen because he's not a magic person. For all he knows, it could have killed her. For all he knew, maybe it was if it was a fucked up curse or a badly intentioned curse. He's not sure. Jack doesn't remember, but I don't know if he'd know anyway because it's not his forte.
Fair enough.
So
I was just making clarity.
Thank you, Smoothie. Magic is so
it's kind of
confusing to me, and thank you for helping.
You're welcome. Can I help again? I think I can wipe it now.
Wipe what?
Well, you still got a bit on your hand. It's like the last vestige. It might be fine, but better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Okay.
Trish, the way it was explained to you by Professor Nightseed when you did ask her in that dream conversation you had with her, she said it's kind of like two cursives locking each other in place. You can't get rid of either without first getting rid of them. So Smoothie has managed to banish one, but the curse of the mark on your hand is still there, which is what Smoothie will be getting rid of.
Okay. All right. Is it okay if I...
Please, yeah.
All right. And I will do the same thing as before, which is essentially trying to extract and whatever it looks like,
Black
as it
tar.
comes out. Yeah. And then if I remember right, I then kind of made it into a ball and I...
Yes. This time, however, when you squish it, it splatters everywhere, and it like a semi-corporeal ink, and then it slowly fades. Trish, can you please roll me on your wild magic surge table?
Oh! Let me find where I put that.
Sorry, unexpected, I know, but...
It's all right. I should have had it ready.
Wild magic be unexpected? That would never happen.
It's not how it normally works. No.
Standard.
In fact, actually, no, I tell you what. I think it's better if we roll on my wild magic table.
Fabulous. Let's do that.
It is. Let's go to the Corsair's Cove Homebrew. Better wild magic table. Can you please roll a D100 and a D20, Rachel?
Ooh, okay.
Actually,
Well,
Rachel roll me the D100, Jack roll me the D20. You're kind of doing this together.
How do I roll a D100?
Plus a modifier or just a D20?
Just a D20. You can do it in chat. ! Roll space the number 100 if you want.
I already rolled. So.
Yep.
15. 1-5.
15. Okay.
So close!
Ooh, so
So close!
We already have one
number?
text called
68. Oh! Oh!
So close.
Very tasty. Alrighty, let's have a look. Oh my god, that's perfect. Alright. Trish. The wording of this. You take Trish takes 5 psychic damage from this as it splatters up you, and you have a flash of memory from back when you were in the Bandit Coalition. And a bit of an odd time, you remember a woman named Frey Meriden, a Vulpin woman. She was sort of a rising star in the coalition and very militant, very aggressive. And never, I don't think you were ever friends, but you got along reasonably well, and at an earlier stage of your time in the coalition. And at one point, she introduced her younger sister to you, a Finya Meriden. And you recall Finya adored her older sister. And then your mind snaps forward to the last time you ever saw Frey Meriden, lying dead on a battlefield, struck down, I believe, by Jude Littlefoot. And those memories are the source of the pain. As the ink blots fade away. The wording of what you rolled, you suddenly recall an awkward memory which you must share, and immediately take 2d4 psychic damage. That is the dice doing some storytelling right there.
Yeah, I love that.
So yeah, there you go. Lovely, lovely.
I know who did this to me. I know her face. I know her name. I know who's caused me all this torment.
Telenox is gonna reach in her and like pull out her flask, just like hand it towards Trish.
No, I don't need a drink. Thank you. Feel better than I have in a while, actually.
Ooh.
Is the thing gone then?
It is.
Yeah, I
Trish's
think
palm
so.
is clear.
Well, shall we go? Where are we going?
Kresk. I think we're going to meet Kresk. Yep.
Okay.
Zelenox turns away and like takes the swig out. You might not need it, but I'll fucking do.
Was the scary Trish. Very cool. Alrighty, you proceed up the road. Foreboding glint in Rage's eye. I know, right? We're gonna have a whole other season to deal with this shit. Cool. Excellent. You proceed up the road to Kresk. You get there in like half an hour. And as you sort of pull into town, the guards let you all in. You are known quantities and very gratefully received. As you...
I don't worry about Twig and that.
They So, Selenox, a one-eyed raptor man at the gates sees you and is like, Zelenox, you have friends.
Is it Yevgeny?
It is Yevgeny.
Fuck yeah. How you doing, man?
I am well. Yourself and your friends. You travel in packs now, yes?
We've met before,
Yeah.
pal.
Well,
I mean the woods.
Oh, the wood. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just kind of picked him up. But
They will
They
not be a
seem chill.
problem, yes? I can rely on you to make sure of this.
oh yeah, nah, they got the moves, and I'm like, I'll like do a little like, and like see if they're like,
And yeah, they all copy you in sync. It's actually quite upsetting. Like blankly.
and are we Is that cool? I mean, they can wait outside if they have to.
If you are vouching for them, then who am I to turn away 6 well-behaved trees?
So I'm gonna turn around and be like, "You hear that? I just fucking vouch for you lot." No funny business.
So we say they've got the grooves or the groves?
Oh, that's so good.
Bishop
I
Blood.
should have said the grove.
Yeah.
And then as we walk in, as Selenok is gonna like make sure Trish and Smoothie walk out of her, and she's gonna be like, "See you at the pub later and see if you got any moves," and then keep walking.
I hate my hearing. Pain.
It's like, wow, now I don't want to be with either of these people.
No.
Cool. Well, don't worry, because you pull up into the middle of town just as Ireena,
Rachel.
Ez, and Van Rictavio are coming out of Dmitry Kreskov's house. It's like, oh, a complete meeting of the friends today. How went your... Smoothie! Hey. A pleasure to see you, my friend. And he claps you on the back. Trish, Selenox, how did your journey go? I see it was... productive?
I have questions
yeah,
too. I'm just rolling with it for now.
So this is, and then Selenok proceeds.
To introduce...
Bob.
But the names
Grove.
have changed.
Yeah, of course, yes.
But no,
Except for Twig. Twig is like solid.
Gets Twig right. Okay.
you would be the first mother to misname their kids. Like, fucking Jeremy, whatever. Fucking...
Yep. He greets them absolutely nonplussed. And Ez says, while we are introducing Trish Caper, Selenox, Smoothie, this is Ireena Kolyana.
Nice to meet you.
G'day.
She shares a mutual antipathy with us.
That was a big word, but I think I got it. Nice to meet ya.
Smoothie,
You're...
you probably know this woman's face, if not her.
Well, I was just kind of thinking out loud, thinking to myself, the very first place he was in was Burrowvia. So in my head canon, and you tell me if I'm off the mark, it wouldn't be surprising to me if I've
teenage
called
Pterin
it
noticed a really
the circle
hot
of Titan. No, the circle of Titan might have been given permission to shack up somewhere by her father.
True that.
So I would know who her father was at least.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So I would know the name.
You would
Maybe
I
I've
think
met her before even.
you've
I don't
probably
know.
seen her around.
Yeah.
Hey, Troll Lord Games, good to see you guys. Yes. Yeah, you've definitely seen her around. You may not know who she is supposed to look like, but yeah, yeah.
I mean, I probably would because I've seen the Frankenstein version of exactly what she's supposed to look like. No.
I don't think Veriska is actually a good copy of Tatiana.
Right. Okay. Then yeah, I would just go. You don't know me, but my people knew your father. I'm Smoothie. You might have heard of. Well, anyway, your dad was a good friend to us, to the circle.
And
My father had many friends. It's good to meet you.
The circle would mean something to you, though. Kolyan would definitely have told you about that.
What do I know about Circle?
They are an underground religious group, I believe. Smoothie, basically.
Titan. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that was the first place that we established. Like, there was a bunch of Titan worshippers, maybe other worshippers of Amaranthines. We were underground, and then we were discovered. So
I think
it was in.
it was basically it's an underground cell of Amaranthine worshippers. I don't think there's enough of any one kind to have a specific. No, this Titan only. You go away. No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Sleepy for Cyber, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Good on you, champion.
Which would therefore probably mean that Ireena would know what happened too, because she lived in Burrowvia after I fled, right?
Yeah, Ireena might have heard that a vampire or two crashed the circle one night and it was gone all of a sudden. In fact, I would say if Collier knew, he would have told you.
Yeah.
Smoothie, you should know that I believe, as my father did, all people should be free to worship whoever they choose.
Thank you. If you don't mind me asking, you're kind of far away from home. What are you doing out here?
Oh, enjoying myself is what I'm doing. I'm glad to be away from home.
Okay.
Need a little space.
Sure. Okay. It's nice to meet you properly.
Miss Kolyana, our friends here are, as I've already observed today, you are obviously more than capable of looking after yourself, but if you need assistance in this place, Smoothie, Selenox, and Trish, Esmeralda and I would, well, I believe I can speak for both of us in this, we would trust them with our lives.
Oh. Yes, I'm sure they are very trustworthy. I was just avoiding the inevitable conversation for a little while, but I need help hiding from Strahd. He wants to suck my blood. I believe there was a pool we were going to go look at. Where is this?
The pool!
We were indeed. Well, yes.
The pool, that's where one of our things is.
Oh, wonderful!
Good. Well, where did you come across that information?
Future wizards. Let's go!
Future wizard. You went and talked to Corvex Rivania, you dog.
Yeah. They're nice.
Yes, sure.
They work for me?
I apologize, Miss Kolyana. I was not attempting to provoke that. Let us,
That's
indeed.
all right.
Indeed. Trish, you how did the business at the vineyard go?
Well, we got some new recruits. So
Yes. They are obedient? This is
yeah, hold a tune.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. Good.
Do you want to hear?
I suppose, yeah, I am all ears. As I'm sure are Ez and Ireena. Let us indeed, as we say, go to the pool.
I will
Splendid.
shout over my shoulder. Selenox, we passed over this like 3 or 4 times, and one of the things we're looking for is right here. I can't believe.
Well, sometimes it's always the last place you look. That's usually the first place you look as well. It's fucked.
It's
fucked.
Those are the options, yeah.
Even under grey skies, this pool to the north of the village shimmers and sparkles. On the shore of the lake, tucked into a cleft in the rocks at the base of the hill up to the abbey, is an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a handsome Pterin stands in it, stripped to the waist, with its arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced. The lake is blessed by Saint Markovia. I know that for certain. It's supposed to have curative properties if anyone's injured. Have a bath.
Selenox is already like, she heard pool earlier, and we didn't. So like, she's already like,
it's the anime summer episode. Everyone's in.
Yeah. She's already like taken her armor off, and it's like, then she like stops to hear like, oh, am I not supposed to? But she's already like got one boot off, and like, she's like. So
no, you can. I think.
Yeah. Anyone else coming? Don't. All right. Yeah.
You go first.
Oh no! Actually, do you know what?
Are there any
trees? Are there any trees around?
Yeah, it's surrounded by them. Yes.
Yeah. Sweet. So Selenox is gonna like place all her armor down in a like not neat pile. Actually, the armory. The armor is not neat, but the swords and stuff are. Like all her weapons are like very neat, but the armor is not. And then she's going to climb a tree and like glide to as far out as she can, and then cannonball. So it goes from this like beautiful dive into like a boom splash.
I think I'll meet her right at the descent, just hovering.
Ooh.
And you dive in together.
Yep.
Interesting. Selenox. If you wanted, and this is your choice, to be rid of the blessing of Strahd, this could remove it.
Is it a conscious Selenox choice? Or is it a Ro is getting asked whether she would like to do that thing choice?
Ro is being given the choice.
But
it
Selenox
would require a conscious choice from Selenox. She would feel let's do it in character. Selenox, you feel within yourself as you swim lazy laps underneath the water, the cool water and the calm of the muted sounds underneath the water still something in you, and you feel within you, in your chest, that little lump of something that you picked up a couple of weeks ago. And you feel a sense like a warm hand on your shoulder offering to take it from you if you want to let it go.
Does she know what she's letting go? Or is it like there's something in her chest that's like heavy and dark and the light is trying to take it away?
The heavy and darkness, yes, all of that, but I think it is up for you to decide whether or not she would know, but it has been there since that agreement. The day she walked close to death.
She, without even kind of, it's not like a conscious, it's just like I don't know that I like that. But I like the warmth, and the cold evaporates. But when she opens her eyes, I think she feels kind of a sense of loss.
And the world is dark. Under the water. As she pops up, it's back to the way it was. but at the same time you feel lighter. Still does
Can't
have 6
find
fingers.
anything underneath. Nothing down here. So you okay?
Yeah, there's some good stuff in here. I think. Just strong. Oh, good.
Okay.
Rach, Abus just gave you an inspiration. Thank you very much, Abus.
Nice.
We're all inspired.
I will. Actually, I'll probably say to both. I mean, does Trish look like she would want to? Smoothie would feel weird to just kind of not invite her.
Is Trish and or Ireena having a swim?
I think what Trish is going to do is she will take off her shoes and just sort of soak her feet.
Yeah.
She's a bit tired.
Nice.
Wants to cool off a little. She's just chilling. What Ireena's going to do is she's going to take a knife, cut the back of her hand, and then put her hand in the water to see what happens.
Oh. Okay. Oh, fucking love this. Okay. That's amazing. Rach, you look
wizard,
down.
the scientist. Yeah.
And you see the wisps of blood floating away into the pond. And they slowly drift away and sort of agglomerate together. And slowly a face forms out of the blood. Like a reflection. And looking down, you can see your own reflection, even though these chuckle fucks are swimming around and really disturbing the smooth calm of the lake. You can see your reflection perfectly on the ripply water. Mm-hmm. And next to it is the face of a Pterin man you recognize. Or rather, it feels very familiar, though you don't recognize him, I suppose is the point.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks back at you and says, "Hello, my dear. It has been a very long time." I'm sorry, I didn't want to scare you. This place is my refuge.
I'm the one who should apologize because I'm afraid I'm not the person you think I am.
You are, but you are also more than that. Your soul is the same, but your life was different. The face, though. Oh, I have missed you. Her. Sorry. I have missed her. But this her is you.
Is there something I can do for you? Are you safe here? Is this where you choose to be?
This is where I can be. Believe I am trapped here. I think I would be free of it if I could. But I am so divided, splintered. Make an Arcana check, please, Ireena.
Okay. 17.
17. You, having finally met this being, you find a sense of him. And your connection with the weave, your connection with raw magic itself, you sense other identical bits, same but, well, not identical, the same but different, nearby. Upon, I think in Trisha's backpack, you can sense something very, very similar. And in the statue, there is another shard of this being. I came here to hide, yes, a place my brother will not go, but also to protect, in what small way I can, that which I stole from him.
Your spirit is divided.
Of necessity. I cannot leave or break free until it is united again.
I believe we may have a piece of it with us. Would you like it back?
My blade?
By the look of her, probably.
If that is it, then it is a lot to ask of a woman you have never met. But I need you to set me free. I will go gladly into the dark, if it is what you would wish. My great love. It will free us both of each other. I know what it is to live with an important name.
You deserve to rest. We all do.
You don't deserve this. But I am proud of you for shouldering it anyway. You may not like it, but you are so like her. Stronger though, I think. Ireena.
Tell me what I must do, and I'll set you free.
He smiles at you. What do you do?
Think I'm gonna talk to Trish, is what I'm gonna do.
Alright, everybody, take 5. Rachel's got this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What do you think? Oh,
I think it's a great idea.
Alright, so she's gonna go up to Trish. Excuse me, Trish, was it? Yes? Do you have something magical? A blade, perhaps? Something of Burrowvia? How did you know that? May I take a look at it, please? Trish is gonna do an insight check on her Ireena to see if she can trust her with the Sunblade.
Fair.
So that's gonna happen.
Oh, that was Ireena.
Well-
That was Ireena doing
Oh.
it on. Yeah.
Thank goodness. All right, insight check from Trish.
There
Oh,
it
she's
is.
trustworthy. So good. So
Look,
Trish is gonna
is
hand over the
worse.
Sunblade.
Sure. It's getting very meta, everyone.
Okay. So Ireena is gonna take the Sunblade over to the blood face in the water, and she's just gonna sort of gently place it beneath the water, still kind of cradling it in her hands, but fully submerged, to see what happens.
As you lower it in, the blood seeps from it, and because it is at most of the time just a hilt, just the handle of the sword. You place it below the water, and rather than the normal yellow, it glows a pure. The blood sweeps to it, and this becomes this red blade. The face is Sodage's alone, no blood anymore. His face is there, and he sighs. And he, a shade, nothing more, strides, like the face turns into the correct colors and then emerges slowly from the water. And standing beside you is very faint, very see-through, a shade of Sergei von Zarovich. That feels better. Thank you.
What?
There is one more part. Guarding over there.
Statue?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna go over to the statue and try to push it into the water.
Ooh. Make a athletics check.
From the wizard?
I am
If
dead
we-
set.
if we see-
I am
if we see
assuming.
this-
So
Yeah, I might. Can we see
Van
this
Richten
thing?
is absolutely watching. He has been watching this entire fucking time. He is sitting there twirling a mustache, and just sitting and watching. I don't think Ez would have been one for water sports. Smoothie and Selenox. I think Trish is definitely watching what happened with the Sunblade. Smoothie and
is now.
Selenox are farting about in the water, but could absolutely have stopped when a strange
This
Pterin
was a
man...
fairly long conversation. Like,
Yeah.
at some point I probably would have noticed there's a blood face, or at least
Yeah.
from underneath the water, just hearing, and I see I surface, and I see this Ireena just leaning down, talking into the water. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Never met this woman before. She's having a very long and deep and meaningful with the lake. Yeah.
And now there's a water ghost, or is it a blood ghost? Because that might change
It's
Smoothie's
neither.
reaction somewhat.
It is just a ghost.
Okay.
It's mist at most. How about
I don't want
Selenox?
a guiding bolts an innocent man.
Selenox is having her own deep and meaningful with herself, I feel.
Yeah, she's like floating and she's like trying to appear on the other side of the lake, but I imagine it's not working.
No.
And then just she's having a bit of a moment. I don't think she noticed.
Okay.
Very well.
All right, I'm gonna try and push the statue in.
Love it.
The reason I ask is because if you are weak, I might go like, "Hey, are we okay? What's going on? Do you need it?"
A 15 is the number
15,
you
okay.
needed.
Never mind. I'll just go. Okay, this is happening.
It takes me a minute. It takes her a minute, but she's
Yeah.
really giving it her all.
And in goes
I'm
the
very confused. I don't know what's happening.
Van Richten is watching it like, but like, no, and in it goes like, nope, never mind, it's fine, I'm sure we can fix it. Trish is good at preparing stuff, at least as good as Esmeralda. Yeah, you do that, and the shade returns to its get another. It gets a shade less so transparent, and yeah, the statue is just underwater. It's actually floating because it's wooden, but yeah, it's just floating on the top, and pray you never know how hard it is to separate one's soul apart. Thank you. And he goes to hug you.
I also hug him back if I can.
Trish, I don't normally tell a player how their character is feeling. However, Tatiana feels a deep swell of love for this man. It rushes through you as the form fades away, like a gust of wind on the breeze.
Are you okay? Who was that?
Sergei von Zarevich.
Fun. Oh.
It's free now.
Well,
Rod will never hurt him again.
Sorry, no, carry on.
no, it's a slight meta question, that's all. My understanding, the reason I ask is because it could be my own version of Burrowvia, but I think I remember you saying in this world, souls have nowhere to go, correct?
Exactly, correct.
Which is,
And,
okay, right.
there
So
is the
in that
next-
case, I would probably say, Ireena, I don't know who this person was, but if he means something to you, I might be able to help, but it means we have work to do.
Hold that thought, my young friend, as Rectavio is looking at the sky. What did you do with the blade, Ireena?
Oh, it's probably just sitting on the bank. I would have put it down when I had to go push the statue.
Would Trish have picked it up?
I think Trish would be standing very near it, ready to pick it up if things go down, but clearly there's a ritual happening.
It is a crack in the sky. Anybody who was watching, looking where Rictavio was looking, would see a crack like a pane of glass with a single divot knocked into it, in the sky, and through it a very narrow beam of pure sunlight shines and hits the blade, hits the hilt, and it sort of shivers on the ground, and then from it, the hilt shoots a blade not yellow but white.
Wow.
Like, Ireena's gonna pick it up just to take a better look at it.
Ireena, this is the Sunblade. If you choose to allow it to, it wants to attune to you. And if you allow it, you instantly become proficient with it, and you can use your intelligence modifier rather than your strength or dex in the using of it.
Ireena is gonna look at Trish, sort of asking permission. And Trish is gonna say, I have plenty of magic weapons. This one clearly wants to be with you. And then Ireena will take it.
This is not now empowered by the spirit of Sergei von Zarovich. This is empowered by our Dea. You've broken the seal. The one, in fact, and Van Richten says, the one man Strahd could never say no to. That was well done, Miss Kolyana. And I think we'll leave it there. Y'all level up. Ireena, 2 sessions in, gets a level up.
Wizard shit is easy!
Yeah, one character who fucking hates magic, one character who's like, oh no, this is easy.
Love it.
Yeah. So we'll do a quick little level up, and then we'll call it for the evening, ladies, gents, and what was it? Sheila's blokes and non-binary folks. Rose already had given this a solid thought. Well, actually, no. Let us talk to Ireena and Trish, because Rachel's got to do it twice. Who do you want to do first, Rach?
Let's do Trish. She got here first. She can do it first.
Dead set. We feeling level 5 Barb, so we get extra attack?
Yeah, let's do it.
Heck yeah. So we're going to need a pair of D12s in chat.
Ooh. Ooh.
Big money hit points. Can I get exclamation mark roll space, the number 12? It has been a while. I realized that I'd been a little bit sort of negligent on the leveling up with this party. We got a 7 from Shanna House. Perfectly serviceable. Southern Skies AU gets a 10. Fuck yeah.
The tank gets tanker, baby.
That is 13 more hit points. Trish bumps to 99. Shit, for a level 10 character. That ain't bad.
Obscene. Obscene.
Level 10 half bard as well. Half rogue as well. Like, yeah, it's absurd. Very, very nice. The tank gets tankier, exactly. The barbarian, I don't think that's much else other than extra attack at level 5, but that's more than fucking enough. Yeah, now Trish can hurt people twice as much. Yay! Bulky rogue.
Yeah, because she didn't hand out enough damage
Yeah,
already.
she wasn't already good enough for that. Selenox, speaking of multi-classes, what are we feeling, Ro?
I changed my vibe a little bit though. I don't know now.
Oh, because
I had a
of the
plan, and then
goodness
you
that
like
just
did
happened?
stuff. Pardon?
I didn't
Then
expect you to
you
go
just-
swimming in the holy pond.
No, can you come back to me?
I'll come back to you. Have a
processing
think.
now because I was
Bard
like
also
kind of
works
going.
if you wanted.
No,
Given
okay,
your
but-
Pied Piper of Twiglin.
Yeah. No, yeah. Let me just
Have a
ponder
think.
for a second.
Smoothie. How you
Mine's
going?
pretty
What are you
simple.
thinking?
Yes.
Go
no,
cleric
no
level
multi-class
10.
for this guy.
Boom,
yeah.
boom. Alrighty. What does
Yeah.
cleric level 10 look like?
Another 5th level slot, and
yeah.
I believe this is when, if I'm not mistaken, I
there a
could
Twilight cleric
attempt
thing?
to do divine intervention,
Oh.
which means I have a 10% chance of calling my god and asking for something.
What's the over under on you even trying that? Smoothie's pissed
Yeah.
with Titan right now.
He is really, yeah. So we'd have to see what the story
Yeah.
does. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's
that's it.
technically something in my pocket.
Very fucking interesting. Well, we need to pick a couple of people to roll d8s in chat. Jack, who'd you like? Who do you like the look of?
Abis, and let's go with Abis and Tony. Why not?
Tony and Avis, can we get exclamation mark roll space the number 8, please, for them hit points? And we're adding, I think, a plus nothing from Smoothie. Does Smoothie ever have a decent con? No.
Yeah, I do have a decent con.
He does.
I have
+2.
14 hit con. Yeah.
A 7 from Tony and a 7 from
Nice.
Avis.
There
That
you go.
is fucking solid.
Fates have spoken,
There you go, 9. 9 fresh new hit points for Smoothie.
which makes me 73.
Nice. Very fucking nice. Alrighty. Selenox, have you made up your mind, or shall we go to Ireena?
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with my plan.
Oh,
So, Selenox has attuned with her new fancy staff and made some plant friends, and along the way, she's picked up some druidic powers.
That's that.
Ooh.
Multi-class!
Multi-class druid, here we come.
Fuck yeah. Alright. Is not too bad for a cleric, Avis. I agree. Alright, well, we need a couple more d8s, because you don't get those juicy d10s anymore. Just a d8 for Selenox, though her con is still very good, so it could well wind up still being good. Staff bonking time? Not yet. Don't bonk the staff. Can we have a couple? Do you want to pick a couple, Selenox, or are you happy to just let it happen? Tony rolled an 8.
Tony's...
Ooh,
Tony's
not,
got me a 2.
Not so great, but that's why we have 2 people do it.
And maybe who hasn't done one?
Hasn't Bishop? Bishop hasn't? Bishop did.
Yeah,
So
Bishop.
6.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's another 9. That brings you to 98.
That's
Trish
alright.
ahead by 1. 98 hit points is pretty serviceable for
Yeah, I'll take that.
a multi-class. Hell yeah. Alrighty, back to Ireena. Ireena, going for level 10 wizard, or you're going to multi-class right out of the gate?
She's wizard. She's a wizard,
wizard.
baby.
She's a lizard, Harry. Fantastic. Alrighty, so that's a spicy little D6 needing in chat. It's been a while since we had a wizard. We've never had a sorcerer. Also, Rach, congratulations.
Crazy dice,
This
I'll do
is
it.
your 80th episode.
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
It is also Karen's.
Wow. You had her on just so she'd tie with
I
me,
did
you
not.
sneak.
I did
This is
not.
favoritism. This is nepotism.
It's going to be even worse because
Ridiculous.
she's streaming again on Thursday in Humblewood. And
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Sneak it ahead, but then you're back on Monday. Oh.
Nepotism.
Congratulations on being old. Thanks, Bishop. Thanks. Shanahos rolls a 1. Hey, Karen, you want to rejoin? We're about to do favourite moments. Shanahos rolled a 1, so...
Someone else roll, not a 1, please. I'm so squishy.
I keep looking at the screen to see when Ireena's stats come by. Oh, there's a 5 from Bishop Blood.
Yes.
That'll do.
Thank you.
Hey. What's Ireena's con? I remember it being quite good. I think she got a +2.
It's +2.
I think I did that deliberately. Yes. Alrighty. So that's another 7 hit points. That'll do. Yeah.
Solid.
Alrighty.
Respectable.
What does that bring her to? Not knowing her sheet very well.
63.
It's all right for a wizard. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Excellent. Alrighty. Well, guys, we will roll for LEB next week because it's only fair to do it while they're here. And LEB unfortunately was unable to join us this evening. Migraines ensued, and that's absolutely fucking fine. So, guys, we will do a little bit of favourite moments, which is what we like to do at the end of our streams. What does level 10 look for our wizard friend?
Oh, that's a good question. What happens to me?
Fucking hell. The wizard owns the world. I cast anything.
Whatever the fuck I want.
Pretty much. You pick Josh for favourite moments. There's only 5 of us. What are you talking
That's one
about?
very
Who's
good
the
thing about the tradition of D&D over the years. Wizards are still OP as fuck once you get past a certain level. Like, that's never changed. And
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Great history lesson.
Alrighty. Well, we do need an exclamation mark roll space the number 5 in chat.
Again, arcane tradition. Ooh.
Another arcane tradition, and you are conjurer. So, conjuration wizard. So, yeah, something interesting this way comes. And we get a 2 from Bishop Blood, which I think is appropriate, because that's Rachel. So we're going to do favourite Rach moments first, and we are down by the head with favourite Trish/Ireena moments. I'm struggling to pick one. Yeah, what do we think, ladies, gents?
Who's this for?
Favourite Trish or Rach? Favourite
Trish.
Rach?
It's got to be the talking heads.
What do you think? I think it's a great idea. Yes, me too. Yeah. It's not easy, is it?
Great.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I liked meeting Ireena when you were like it was very interesting. Rach is a good actor, guys. I'm not sure if you knew, but yeah. So it was like, and I blinked a little bit. I'm like, oh, Rach is talking, but this is not the voice or the attitude that I'm used to. And I was like, hi. It was nice. And Irene is very pleasant and all that stuff. And she's like, I'm just excited to be out here. And like, yeah, I feel like Smoothie and Irene are going to vibe on that sort of like, you know, trying to enjoy what they can in this very grim setting. But specifically I wrote, I was trying to avoid the inevitable, but here's the fucking situation. Then running for start, just trying to suck my blood. They just like, can I like have one window where I don't think about that? That'd be awesome. This guy doesn't know. I'd like that for five minutes. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, valid. Bishop Blood says, I cut my hand. What the fuck, man? It was like, wow, that escalated real fucking fast. Okay. Ireena's that kind of wizard. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's experimenting on herself immediately.
I'll be the judge of that healing.
Getting stun locked by your fiance was excellent. Roleplay, we call that. Roll, play. Terrace didn't have the attention span for favorite moments, but you guys are amazing, and I appreciated the whole damn thing. I appreciate you, Terrace. When Abus says, I still reckon the look when we found the source of the curse. Oh,
That was
so
good.
that was going to be one of mine. Fucking chilling. When you go, I know who did this to me. I know who did this to me. I know exactly who they are. I know who put me through hell. And I'm like, fair, but also fairly fucking scary. Yeah.
Don't make
Teenage
Trish mad. It's a
girl.
bad idea.
I'm coming for you, teenage girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
Karen?
Yeah, you kind of just whipped mine out from under me because that was so dope. Just that moment of realization. Just yes, I have plans now.
Yeah.
I am Trish. Watch me roar.
It also laid some very useful groundwork, which I think is very cool. I do have a second, but Rach, favorite self?
Ooh, what did I do? Just the constant impulse not to talk about the situation, but it keeps getting forced on her because she's very much like, I'm not Tatiana, I'm a whole different person, but it keeps coming up and she finds it very frustrating, and that's fun to play around with.
Yeah. And I loved the interaction with Sergei as well. I felt you handled it so well. And, you know, I threw you a few curveballs in this one, and yeah, you dealt with it extremely well. Alrighty, well, let's talk about somebody else. D4 in chat, please. ! Roll space the number 4. When Cell asked about the song and Trish fumbled successfully. Yeah, that was great. That's a 4.
Smoothie said he'd trust you.
Oh, well, there is the thing, because Smoothie was like, I loved the dice coming up trumps with that, like rolling on the wild magic table, and it says, hey, you remember this problematic thing.
Yeah.
We got a 4 and then a 3 from Tony. Thanks very much, Tony. Enjoy Deus Ex, buddy. So, favorite Selenox, and then we will talk Kesh. Favorite Selenox first, though. I can go, but
I just have moves written down. That's it.
The groove.
No,
The grove,
she said
the groove?
you'll
Yeah,
show
yeah.
me your moves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yevgeny.
Oh, yes.
Which is like
Someone's
go get a
getting laid
girl
tonight.
as
Yeah,
Jack,
yeah.
but being in the headspace of this character, it's weird, man. I'm just like, no. So it was great. It was good.
I really loved your description in the pool about just describing the Strahd blessing curse thing, like holding on to warmth, was really engaged the senses. It was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah.
Again, I threw you a curveball and you rolled with it wonderfully. Mind you, in fairness to me, you weren't supposed to jump in the fucking pond, but
Oh, we're gonna swim in it. What do you think is gonna happen?
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure
Nevermore's
you
not here. So.
specifically said, Josh, dunk in it if you want, and then we did.
I don't think I incited that, but all right. So shit's fucked.
I
Wanted
heard
drink.
words. We have recordings.
Selenox and the trees was fantastic, says Shanahos.
I loved that Selenox is stripping off. That the armor isn't put down neatly, but the weapons are. Important but distinct difference.
If I did say go dunk in it, I kind of meant like a bit of you rather than go have a
Just
fucking
jump
swim
in.
the
Yeah.
holy pond.
I asked.
Yeah, I was like, okay, here we go. Climbs a tree to swoop and block. Not really part of the episode, but classic into druid is great. Yes, don't disagree, Abus. Very solid choice. I've been kind of wanting her to do it for a couple of levels, but yeah, no. And the twig is going to be so fucking relevant. I may have to create a druid circle just for her. The tree marching. The decision that these trees are my friends, and they're going to be. I suppose my favorite Row moment is there was a lot of heavy work from Rach and Jack, and Row has an excellent sense of when levity needs to come in. And you brought the levity today because doom and gloom is dooming and gloomy, and nobody wants it all the fucking time. And what makes this show work is that occasionally we get laughs, the genuine belly laugh of an actually funny moment. And Selenox isn't always that person, but she was today because it was what was needed. And that was just really solid awareness of what the story needed in the moment. So props to Row for excellent storytelling and balance.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also chat. Oh yeah, that was cute. Cycle of Twig. I love remembering, always knowing Twig. Yes. Favorite self?
I don't know. I took really shitty notes today, to be honest. I think it was my twig misnaming. Like I just or I enjoyed the pond fun times as well. But yeah.
Yeah, dead set.
I had a second.
Oh, sorry.
It was Selenox after losing the connection, and in my head, I just kind of imagined her just kind of floating, just kind of looking up and like having this weird sense of relief and loss at the same time. So
yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. I think that was a good the loss of. Because it was when he threw that at me where it could go away. I was like, I don't know if she wants it to go away. But then the way that it was described, it was
described
like,
as instinctual. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an instinct reaction. But then there's that sadness of like, that like any connection, any loss of connection, it's gonna be hard.
I'm trying to not feel bad about throwing the option. Because I'm like, this was an interesting choice.
She had a choice.
But, no, I know. But yeah, I was just like, I was just, Anyway,
don't feel bad. It was interesting. Whenever you have to like make those thoughts, it's good when you have those moments in D&D where you have to be like, oh shit, like what
do we do?
Yeah, like I mean that's why you do it.
Character won't be the same after this, which makes it more interesting. For everybody.
And we had a lot of stuff like that today. This is a big day for character will not be the same after this. Speaking of character not being the same after this, favorite Kesh moments.
True.
First, wait, what? This is relevant to me. Oh shit! When Ravania drops that, well, we know what Julio's doing, and Kesh goes, oh shit, no, this is, oh fuck.
What?
Kesh once again finds herself in deity crosshairs. That was very fun to see. And
not again.
Damn it!
I really enjoyed Kesh's end kind of being like, I'm not really sure that this was the right thought to bring you here. I think but he seems happy. But it was like I kind of like.
I actually have the same thing. Yeah, it was like he seems all right.
Like maybe.
Well, seems to have worked out well for him. I'm having an existential crisis, but I'm sure I'll be fine.
Right.
I liked you describing your job as, it's my job to have people bother me all day, every day. Don't worry about it. It's just a fun window into her life.
Yeah. I'll say another because the previous one I had was used. The first thought I have in my mind is that when she was cheering it on, and it, like at the dance at the end and the door being opened, and again, my own imagination is just like it's like deafening and just like you're shouting over. It's like, "Go Smoothie!" and then it's gone, and that was cool. It was a really nice moment, it was the whole thing was really fun because it was just a different dynamic between the two characters, and it was really fun to see.
Yeah. Favorite self?
Oh, I've had a lot of fun hanging out with Smoothie. I did enjoy just kind of Korvax is dropping all this shit and Kesh is like,
yeah.
Does anyone else know about this?
Should I be worried?
Yeah.
How worried should I be?
Very. Oh my, yes, and extremely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you flump us? I can blamph you. Yeah. that fun. Alrighty. We need a D2 in chat, please. ! Roll space the number 2 to choose between the bearded ones.
I'm not allowed to shave, guys. Josh got real mad the last time I did that. Yeah.
I don't.
He was visibly upset. It was funny.
Oh, no, okay, in that you look fucking weird without your beard. Yeah, no, fair.
Yeah.
I was just like, has ever a man been so abused? No, alright. No, that is true, you're not allowed to shave. It upsets me. I don't like change, Jack. Alright, so that's a 2 from Bishop Blood, and then Tony rolls a 1. So we will be doing Smoothie first. And then I will do my obligatory try and get out of it, and then you all go no, and then we'll carry on. All right. So favorite Smoothie moments first.
I haven't been able to watch all the episodes that have been like in between stuff, so I haven't seen what's gone on in the other world. Mm-hmm. But I felt like Smoothie had recovered some of the lightness that he'd lost, and I really enjoyed that. And I think the favorite moment that I have from that is the first moment where you joined us again, and you did it like flying in, which is like Smoothie's favorite thing to do, but then like to appear and join in the music and the fun was just a really nice kind of call back to Smoothie's like youthful kind of optimistic energy, which like at one point there Smoothie was getting like that was going away, and it was really nice to see that the wood has had this like kind of refreshing
amazing what a holiday can do, huh?
So I thought that was really a nice kind of entry back into the world of doom and gloom in Burrowvia.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked specifically the way you ended the conversation with Korvax Ravenia, because like the whole thing seemed a bit confrontational because you were getting some frustrating answers, but it was like at the end you were like, that's not the note I want to leave on. You're just trying to help me, so how can I help you? And it was like you made a point to end it on a nice note, and that felt very Smoothie, and I really liked it. It was sweet.
Yeah. That was stolen completely. That was going to be mine. What do you want? Was such a Smoothie question. And genuinely foxed me. Because divination wizards can basically get whatever they want. They know how to get it. It stumped me because I know exactly what the fuck's going on with him, and I don't want to drop it. So I didn't want to give too much away. But yeah, I liked the answer I gave to it, but it was a very, very good question. And Yeah. I'm my favorite Smoothie moment then, seeing as I have to come up with a new one, would be when Selenox was flying out to do the bombie, and she sort of just swoops up to do the bombie, and Smoothie is like, "Hey," and then you splushing together. Again, that playfulness, that happiness, that I like flying and I can. Woo! With your old buddy Auntie Cell was really nice to see again. Was really nice to have recaptured a bit. Yeah. Yeah. I have another, but because it just occurred to me. Yeah. Any others? Favorite Jackie moments? Favorite self?
Oh, there was a fun moment where he's like, "Can I have those steaks?" Just tell me all this shit.
Weeks
Those
off
steaks,
table.
can I have them?
He's like, I didn't get them for anyone else. I like it a little bit more cooked than that.
I originally wrote "Getting My Groove Back" because that was fun. It was nice to kind of, because I wasn't expecting that to be the click, but it was, because he said, as it turns out, exactly the right thing, which is, I want some good to come back into the world. He's like, that makes sense. That's a straightforward direction, and I think I can do that. Simple. There was that, but I actually think probably the most significant thing was that he told Trish the whole truth. Now, mind you, I'm not. It was an interesting thing because we had the two different universes, like I said, but the way I'm kind of justifying it in my head is that once everything was said and done, he sort of realized that I can't keep Trish from doing what she wants to do. And I would be a fool to try. All I can do is trust her and maybe show her there's another way to do things. It's not my job to force my views down her throat. And he was a little sad when he saw that, this is where she's going with that information. But I think he grew up a bit in that moment, because he's just like, I can't change as much as I would like. All I can do is just do the best I can do.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably very significant.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, your interaction with Havel as well was great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, you've been there. Yeah, that was very cool. I particularly enjoyed You're a braver man than I. He said, I don't know about that. Havel is not a brave man. And okay with that fact. He knows that about himself, and he's okay with it. But yeah, he's a teacher, not a fighter. Yeah. Anyway. Well, then, favorite DM moments, everybody. It's been done, it's been said, it's been happened. I've already prepared to, and I can't be bothered. So, tell me how great I am. Or what you really fucking hated.
I really loved Chet at the breakfast table forgetting that he was a raccoon and turning into doing mimic mouth.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking hilarious. I thought that was great.
Carpenter's the thing.
And the entire family goes, what's that? And Selenor's going, don't worry, it's a whole thing. Just deal with it. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's basically that scene from Beetlejuice. It's just like, you think I'm scary?
It's fine. It's fine.
I loved the conversation with Strahd's brother. The whole thing was fantastic, talking to him. But specifically, we didn't plan the blood thing.
No, you did not.
I was just like, that's what she would do. And you just wove it in so freaking perfectly.
Yeah.
And then the whole conversation was really great, but just the whole thing, fabulous. Loved it.
Yeah. Amazing. No notes. Yeah, no, it was great. You were a fantastic scene partner in that rage. Yeah, he came very naturally, that one. Yeah.
Wish we got to talk to him more. He was fun. He was a really like his Sorry, I'm jumping in. I guess it's my turn. Finish what you were going to say, Richard, then I'll go.
Jump in. It's good. I'm agreeing with you.
The deep sadness, I really felt it coming from his chest. Like that's his natural state. It's not depression. It's not grief. It's just, this is reality and I'm doing the best I can, but I'm living with it. Like the kind of thing that you might see from someone who's lost someone important or like lost their child or something like that. Like all I can do is move forward, but it hurts to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Distilled sorrow, says Bishop Bud. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Abus loved the reaction to
And he
pushing
was-
the statue in.
He was so respectful of her being a separate person, even though clearly he's got a lot of his own feelings wrapped up in this. He was still so respectful, and it made me love him immediately.
He's
You can
watched.
see why you can see why Tatiana picked him in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's watched it for
Yeah.
the last 300 years from a distance. But yeah, made his peace with it a long time ago, I think. I loved that because it's a major plot point in the book, but I did more research into that relationship than I have into the way anybody else has run Strahd before. And because it struck me as, wow, this is very railroady. So letting the player have that choice. And I don't obviously, Ireena is rarely a player character. But I wanted to see what other people would do and see what other people had done with it. And the general consensus on Reddit was that the whole thing's fucked and you have to treat it very gently. So I deliberately did so. Yeah. He's the antithesis of Strahd. Yeah, he's everything Strahd wasn't, which is why Tatiana chose him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bishop Blood loved Jelly P. Kesh and Gel at the end complaining about Korvax Ravania. Yes, always fun.
I'm repeating myself, but I repeating what's sort of already happened, been discussed. But yeah, the way you played Korvax was particularly interesting, and the way Josh and Korvax sort of came together when the unflappable got flapped a little bit by asking a personal question
Yeah.
from the person that probably in his environment is used to being looked as omnipotent and not needing care or kindness, and him getting that question and going, well, I'm not used to this. This is weird. So that was really fun to watch Josh buffer, essentially.
It's fun playing him, and every time I do, I get to give a little bit more about how he works. And I love the line, I can't see past a decision I don't understand. And he doesn't know you. You're not from here. So he found you hard to predict. And when you said came out, he was like, "Whoa, shit! I didn't see that one coming." He's not omnipotent. He has never claimed to be.
But that's the attitude that
but it's the way everyone
Jack has
thinks about
noticed
him.
the characters treat him, including the NPCs.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, everybody treats him that way, and he gets rather tired of it. I don't know everything, but I do know enough, and I only need to know the stuff I'm going to be asked about, which I can foresee. So it feels like I know everything, because every question everybody has asked for me, I deliberately make sure I have an answer for.
It's been kind of annoying, to be honest with you. I bet he wishes he didn't have it some days. Just like,
It is
fucking hell.
unfortunately part of his nature. But it's also his job.
Yeah, well,
But being able
use
to
what you got,
drop,
baby.
being able to drop that lore, being able to drop there is something no one can see past, the great prophecy. I'm excited. I'm excited.
that-
There is a
Was that sorry? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah,
myself.
no.
The prophecy thing, was that
Yeah.
you or is that? Yeah,
sounds
I was
bad.
going to say
That's
that was
me.
one of that.
that's not Curse of Strahd. That's me. This is
That was my
this
that
is
was
the
my
plot.
that was my other Josh favorite moment. So
Thank you.
we like the visions of the future ending with that, and then the implications there was really interesting. And I'm hoping at some point Smoothie tells us about that so we can
He told you specifically so this information would get to Burrowvia.
Yeah. I'm sure I will at some point.
Yeah.
There's been a little bit of stuff to deal with presently.
Smoothie's buffering himself, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I've
lots
just seen
going
a blood
on.
ghost, you know? Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really and it was interesting as well, the different of that. I mean, I know I had straight away when you were talking about that and I was watching that scene, I had thoughts come in my head straight away. And I found it interesting that Kesh and Smoothie's kind of assumptions and thoughts about what he was saying were different to some. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting watching, and so I think that's good storytelling in terms of you've said, oh well, this is where my visions end, and then I could see different people picking up completely different kind of ideas around that, and I was like, ooh, this is fun.
Yeah,
it is how the two storylines combine.
That's probably what I'm looking forward to the most, actually, now that it's been said out loud, is people's reaction to the prophecy. Because I've started rereading Game of Thrones again, and people reacting to the comet when that happens, and everyone's like, yeah, it's about me. No, it's about me. Actually, it's about my god. I'm like, fucking hell, you can't all be right. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
Terry says, I do have to say this Strahd game is throwing me for a loop because there's quite a bit in here that is just Josh. So there is a little bit new for me. And I'm like, yep.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing as well.
Oh.
That's definitely a good thing. I shouldn't say probably. It's definitely a good thing.
I love throwing my own stuff at it. Having it's been really cool. It's been a bit of a thing to wrangle, but having the crossover that has been the last fucking 6 episodes actually, and particularly the Smoothie Kesh triple event has been really interesting to see. To be able to cross those streams, to let a fair amount of information pass, and now Smoothie has a guaranteed way to get information to and from, and future Kesh is gonna be. Because this is the trick. This is still
a busy way, yeah? You're good?
She's fine.
Yeah.
There's she has a hyper-religious Jabin who wasn't religious before, but is dead set about creating a god.
With a capital G?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
This is not the only god that's being made. So that's for those who don't watch the other show, Julio's mission is to turn the Alderheart into a god with a capital G.
Oh, good.
I think he's only intending to make it an amaranthine, but it is literally fed by the life plane. It's already born of a god.
That's gonna be fun. That's how good bad guys get made. It's like, I'm doing the right thing. It's not my fault bad things are happening around me.
That's why we call him Tree Pope. He is literally starting a new religion. And you went to the only temple of it and spoke to the deity in question.
That's true.
And it's not a god yet.
Sickles. Interesting. Yep.
It's not a god yet. But you spoke to it.
Yep.
So, I think on that note, we will go away from here now because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you this evening. We are affiliated with a couple of wonderful sets of beans. We are affiliated with Troll Lord Games, the wonderful blokes over there. They run the Castles and Crusades system. They have some excellent stuff on their digital store. Check it out at trolllord.com. Castles and Crusades Reforged has just been kickstarted successfully, so you can't. That link's dead and old, and you might be able to do a late pledge, but I doubt it. I'm not sure anymore. Really heckin' cool stuff. I am planning to run a Castles and Crusades game on the channel when that shit hits my inbox. So I believe it already has. I just need to actually look through it. It's been a week. But yeah, I'm wanting to run that, but I've got a couple of other things I have to run. We want to run the Straightway Lost, and yeah, there's some stuff. but it's going to be super fun when we do. Check their stuff out, trolllore.com. We are also affiliated with Wooten Forge. The chaps at Wooten Forge, we went down and hung out with them at Winterfest last weekend, and it was bloody lovely. Aaron and the dreaded GM came and played at my table at Dungeons and Drunks on the Saturday night, and it was fucking fun. Dread and Aaron played like best buds, one of whom's like very begrudging, but yeah. And then they wound up macking on the same ancient copper dragon together. Had a lovely night. Yeah, it's not the first time someone has seduced Seren Shala. The first was Dag. Dag and Rob did it, and then then of course Dread had to catch up. Yeah, if you want to check out their amazing stuff, wootenforge.com/Corsairs Cove. They make some incredibly beautiful wooden tabletop accessories like this Jara Dice Keeper, in which I roll all of my dice for the game. That's the shilling done. Guys, who the absolute heck have you
roll
been
stuff
this
in the
evening?
dice.
Exactly.
Yes.
Rachel, tell us who the heck you are.
Listen, I'm an author, baby. What's up? I wrote a book called Hybridize. It's so fucking good. It's a murder mystery on the moon.
There it
Body
is.
modifications, neon lights everywhere. Get amongst it. Do you hate the rich?
I do.
You'll like this book. Get on top of it. My name's Rachel Fukar. Google me
actually
on
a very
Amazon
good
or whatever
pitch.
the fuck.
I'm scared.
You hate the rich. Done.
Do you
I'm
hate
good.
the rich? You'll enjoy this book.
Yeah.
You will.
Ooh.
You will.
Do you hate
Is
the
that
rich?
the
I know
new
I do.
cover?
Yeah.
It is. That is the new cover for.
I do.
Rings of
I
Mars.
like that a lot.
And there is the
You.
cover for Hybridize next to it. I did combine the two of them together. There we go. So we can see both of the beautiful things that Rachel has created. As well as a loving partnership with my good friend Dan. So going on to and then Jack. Jack, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, my name is Jack. You can find me on all the social media garbage at Jack Square Peg, and on Twitch and YouTube, where I do RPG edutainment and the occasional video game potluck. The flagship show is a cowboy pulp Cthulhu show called Trouble Over Yonder, which features one player in this stream and one player adjacent, which is Ro and Rachel's partner Dan, who plays Father Francis. If you enjoy basically every cowboy trope you can think of, but with some John Carpenter's thing thrown in there, you'll probably enjoy this show. It's very I'm very also proud to say that it has been sponsored by the people who make the game. So it's sponsored by Chaosium, which is really cool. They're a really nice company, and they are giving away a Call of Cthulhu starter set. So if you want to head over to youtube.com/@JackSquarePeg, you can click on the latest video and interact with it in any way you choose. So you can like, you can comment, you can subscribe on YouTube, and each of those things will get you a entry into the draw to win a Call of Cthulhu starter set. I'm very proud, and thank you for supporting.
You should be proud. You bloody champion. Karen, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Karen, sometimes known as the Mother of Bunnies. I'm a performer, a writer, an internet addict. You can find me here, usually on Tuesdays playing Baldur's Gate 3, or on Thursday, where we'll be doing the final part of our little adventure in Espinora. Both of them may involve explosions, I don't know.
And ghosts.
Not a doctor.
And Roro. Who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Roro, and despite the name, I have little to nothing to do with boating. I am a Bulu or Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can catch me here on Mondays. I am also over on Jack Squarepeg's channel in Trouble Over Yonder, aforementioned amazing Cowboy Cthulhu series. And you can follow me if you would like on Instagram @Cradventurers to see photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears and my many travel adventures. The most recent of which was the Kimberley, which was amazing, and it was 30 degrees and beautiful, and now I'm back in Perth's cold, which is fine.
No, sailing on the other hand.
It's absolutely fine. And also
I'm
upcoming
the only
projects.
Melbourneite, so I'm just like, you don't know what you speak of.
Yay! Well, when you go from 30 to it's it's hard.
To what, Ro? To
And-
what? 20-something?
No, it was like 11 the other night.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
disregard.
Yeah, no.
Take
It has been cold. It hasn't been as cold. Melbourne's been going through like a record-breaking
It's been
cold.
unpleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rain. And upcoming projects are also advertised on Instagram, like my next show, which is God of Carnage, coming up in September at Melville Theatre if you happen to be in Perth.
Blood for the Ro-Ro. Skulls for Charlie. And I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D with and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. But you know that. You've done that. You've joined us. We're already here. You're all here. Thank you, bloody champions. We are, yes, Karen and I will be back tomorrow night for some Baldur's Gate 3. We're back on Thursday night with Zach, the Renegade Chicken, and Jess, the Queen Bench, for the finale of our little Humblewood in Espinora 3-shot, where, you know, the parasite digs deeper and the drugs just aren't working at all anymore. Zach and Jess are just here now. It's just something that we have to deal with. So, yeah, that's lovely. We'll finish that little story, and then next Thursday, Karen and I are going to see if we can't finish the review that we're doing of Inhabitation, which is a heckin' cute two-person journaling game about a mortal and a fae sharing a body. The mortal is dying, the fae is like, maybe I'll help you out, maybe. I don't know, not a doctor. Actually, not a doctor, and that might be the problem. So yeah, we're writing a lovely story about Sam and Canella?
Kalina.
Kalina. Kalina is a fae of the Fae Court who's like, I've been chased out of my Fae realm by all my Fae buddies, and Sam's here dying on the ground. I might just pop in here and see if he'll want to put me up for a while. And Sam's surprisingly down for it because he was dying of radium poisoning. So it was all groovy and everybody's having a lovely time. It's a good little game. I heartily recommend by our friend S. Kaya J, author of... on the bookshelf. Galatea. This beautiful thing that they sent me. Isn't that pretty? By Kaya J. A game we've also reviewed. Very good. Much wow. Check out our YouTube for the videos of that and all the other bloody things that we've done here if you want to catch up all the episodes you may have missed. We've also got the Discord. You know. The Court of Dis and the Socials. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. We are going to go away from here now and raid somebody else who's still rolling. We could check out Roll 1 to Explode. They're doing some Warhammer, which means they're probably painting the Daily Commission stream. Alrighty, well, let's do that then. Because, we'll go and Roll 1 to Explode. So, throw your favourite raider modes up in chat. Tell Roll 1 to Explode where you came from. Show them the love like we always do. And we will see you same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow night for some more Baldur's Gate 3. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Exactly like that.
My children.
Whee!